Mute.
We are live. Hello, and welcome, chat, to season 2 of the Worthless Opinions podcast. We have a fun, yap-filled stream set up for you with plenty of special guests. Today, I will be interviewing a large selection of your favorite content creators about themselves and their YouTube journeys. We are going to start rolling them in at around 5 p.m. Eastern, but first, we have to meet the crew. It's been a minute since you've seen us, so why don't we give you a refresher? Members of the panel, go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat, starting with Lil Smurf. How we doing?
Pretty good. Damn. Alright. Hi. I don't know what to say.
Hey,
What
the chat loves you, and
that's great.
I think that by far you're the most popular member of the core group that is the 6 of us. By the way, we have officially added Pojo and Brivy as official hosts, as you can see in the banner on the top
And
of
as
your
you can
screen.
as you can see, we have banished Twisty. He's not here.
Yeah,
He's gone now.
apparently he's stuck in traffic. So we'll see if he can make it towards the end of
Freaking
the
loser.
episode. So if you are really just dying to see Twisty chase, then make sure to stick around to the end so you can get a little bit of his sweet yap fest. But how are we doing, Aggro? Go ahead, tell the audience who you are, especially if they're coming from another YouTuber. Which, by the way, if you're here from any of our current guests that we're gonna have on today, we really appreciate you stopping by. And this podcast is a lot of fun, and we're just gonna have a blast in the next couple hours. So, Aggro, tell them how you feeling today.
I'm chilling. I'm feeling good. Happy to be back.
Yes, sir.
You know how it is.
Yeah, okay, chat, in case you don't know, this Miles Morales guy, he quit Fortnite content. He's gone now, so I feel like we should, legally, we have to kick him off the podcast, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a little bit harsh.
I always come back to Fortnite when I need a good check, man. Just kidding.
Hey, it's not going too bad for you. I think you're doing a pretty great job with the non-Fortnite content, and I feel like a lot of us should probably start branching out just a little bit. We're probably too attached to Fortnite, and when this game does eventually die, I'm just kidding. Fortnite will never die. Fortnite is life.
No, but I genuinely think Fortnite won't die.
It won't die
I feel
as
like
it
it's
is,
reached
but the content that we're making is going to have to evolve at some point.
Well, yeah, but no. I'm gonna stay doing exactly what I do, not evolve, not change at all. Staying the exact same, because everyone knows, change is scary. That's why Chapter 5 sucks. That's why Tim Sweeney sucks. That's why everything about modern Fortnite sucks, you know? So, chat, never change. Never change at all.
Thanks, Volcanic
Exactly.
SF, for the subscription, by the way.
Alright, Pojo, you've been awfully quiet, my man.
But how would you talk, alright?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. See what you have to say.
Yeah. Alright. I'm Pojo. What's up, chat? And, unlike Rem and Smurf, I make a variety of gaming content. I'm not committed like these nerds. Talk about all different sorts of games, review games.
Sheesh, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Do Fortnite season reviews and, yeah, just a whole variety of content. So,
Nice.
nothing insane, really, but happy to be back.
Dang, bro, we need Twisty here. This is boring.
Are you calling me
Twisty's
boring?
there.
Did you not hear that introduction?
I'm calling all three of you boring. I am calling all three of
So
you right here right now.
So if you're so not boring, why don't we kick off the interviews with you?
Sure.
Let's hear it, Smurf.
Alright, so
Come on.
chat, if you don't know who Smurf is, he has over 8,000 subscribers, and he is a pioneer of quality content, and he is never afraid to speak his
Pioneer,
mind and
okay,
give
the
second hottest takes of anybody on this podcast, other than yours truly, because I am Rim Rants, and I am the king of hot takes. But Smurf, go ahead and tell the audience just a little bit about yourself.
First off, the glaze is insane. But second,
crazy.
yeah, what's up, chat? I make Fortnite commentary videos. I've been doing it for almost a year now, so almost a year of my life has been wasted on this platform, which is pretty crazy. But calling myself a pioneer of that kind of stuff, no. I am not even close to being some of the first people to do this stuff. I got my ideas from I got like some ideas to start like doing YouTube because of you and Aggro. So like I am kind of the copycat in this situation. You could call me an industry plant in some sorts. You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah.
Industry plant.
Industry
Ooh.
plant.
okay,
Fortnite.
yes, I'm an
Yeah,
industry
because
plant.
little known fact is Smurf's dad is actually Tim Sweeney. So
Yep.
Facts. That's why I glaze
Why
the
do you
game so
think he's a
much.
G1 Glazer, bro?
Criticism, according to
so
my comment section.
Average said, "Who are all of these guys?" I'm going to answer that question real quick. So from the top to the right is it's Prismatical, Exetraz, Clark Clint, Leo, and Brivy, and then on the bottom is the five of us, which unfortunately Twisty Chase is not joining us for the first hour and a half or so of the podcast. But from left to right on the bottom is Pojo, Twisty Chase, me, myself, Rimrants, Lil Smurf, and Aggro. And those are all the people who are in the thumbnail on the top right of your screen if you're watching this, or if you're just listening to this in the background and you want to take a peek to know who is actually going to be featured on this stream. So, Smurf, you kind of answered this question, but I just want to ask you, so how long have you been doing YouTube in general? Is this your first channel that you've made? Were you always a Fortnite content creator? Just let us know a little bit more about that.
Oh, first channel? Hell nah. I've had like what? I've had like honestly at this point like probably like 5 channels, including this one. So like I started out with a Minecraft channel, so I almost got the bad ending.
Ha ha
I
ha
did.
ha
I
ha. You almost got that Twisty Chase ending.
uh no,
Alright, that's crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Okay.
but why is he in a call
Okay.
with a bunch of minors? That's kind of
That is
crazy.
absurd. Anyway.
But what I'm saying is like I did the Minecraft channel. I owned it with like my friends, and we uploaded like one video, and it didn't get 1 million views in the first day, so we just quit right away. And then I think it was 2018. I decided to make like a Lego channel, and that went nowhere. Then I ended up moving away from my hometown in like 2022, I want to say. And so I had nothing else to do. I had no friends at the time. So I just like made some Star Wars lore videos. And that got me to like 500 subscribers, but it was all through shorts. And so I didn't feel like I was actually
So they weren't
growing an
real
audience.
subscribers, let's be honest. I'm just gonna trash on Demonic for a second. Sorry if you're listening to this. Or if you're listening to this after the fact on YouTube or Spotify, by the way. We're up on Spotify. Episodes 1 through 7 of Season 1 are out on Spotify, and the remaining 4 are going to be uploaded shortly after this episode concludes. And obviously, Season 2's premiere will be uploaded shortly thereafter. There's not really any schedule, and our main draw is definitely going to be YouTube. But if you want to listen to it on the go while you're in your car, which I don't recommend, I don't even know if that's legal, but
Listening to a podcast on when you're in the
hey,
car,
you
what's
know
wrong with
what?
like
It is. I don't know. I don't
it
know.
is
I don't
totally
know. I don't
legal.
know
What
why
are
I
you
said that.
yapping about? What are
But
you
I'm
yapping
trying to
about?
That's
plug the
basically the radio,
You know what?
Spotify.
know?
I'm going to arrest you for how dare you listen to a bunch of minors, you freaking sick piece of crap. Holy, listening to a bunch of minors in your car, like holy.
That's absurd. But
That's kind of weird,
if
man.
How do we get
if
here,
your
bro?
finger is hovering over clicking on the Talk to a podcast, why don't you just type in worthless opinions into your search bar and give us a listen instead of Haley Welsh?
I don't know, man. Haley
No one,
Wilson
So
P.
no one call, bro. I find it okay. Quick
How do you know
sidetrack. I
her
find it
name?
funny. No one calls her that. Everyone just calls her
the
Hawk to a
Hawk to a
girl.
girl. That's
My
who she
mom
is.
just calls her Hawk
That's who
Tua.
she
Because that's who she
That
is.
is who she is. So Smurf, I gotta ask you. And by the way, chat, this is about to get very repetitive because I'm going to ask the pretty much the same questions over and over again. But hopefully we get some variety. Hopefully we get some
When you interrupted me, I didn't
personality
even get to
from these.
finish.
Would you like to finish?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
But I have. All right. I had a Star Wars channel, like I said, but it was through shorts, and then I like didn't like doing it, and then my friends found it and bullied me into deleting it. And then I made another channel that was like freaking, I don't even know what it was. I think it was just like my clips from like Fortnite, like my Fortnite clips, and that was also shorts. Got like 300 subscribers from that. That was boring. And then I come 2023 November, big thing in my life. I'm not going to say what, because if I did, I would get doxxed. But big thing happened in my life, and that thing ended, and so I had nothing to do. Like before, I was occupied basically 24/7, had like something to do almost all the time, and then like the thing ended, and I was like, okay, I have nothing else to do, and then I started watching some like commentary videos. I can't remember. It was either from like you or Aggro, and you made like the chapter 4 video. I think it was Aggro actually. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a chapter 4 video. And then and then I made it, and then it got a couple views, and then everything else happened. So yeah.
So Aggro just put something diabolical in the chat, and Pojo did it as well. If you're listening to this after the
Coach,
fact,
that's my boy.
To the ring,
to the
pen,
pin, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. So
Alright.
I think that's a good baseline too, because I think that a lot of us are going to have very similar answers to that. Like, how long have you been doing YouTube? Not only that, but like other channels. Me personally, this is my 4th YouTube channel that I've had, and I'm not going to disclose any of the information about the other 3 because they were just, like your typical like kid makes cringe content to try and go viral. But we all start somewhere, and
Yeah.
wow, I'm gonna say something inspirational, and we're only 11 minutes into the podcast, so this is gonna be a good episode. But it doesn't matter how you start; it matters how you finish. And I think that the 4 of us are currently finishing pretty well right now. Not the 4 of us, the 10 of us. I'm sorry. No, we're not all in the
4
room
of us.
currently.
No, I mean, if you think about
The
it, none
current
of us
4
are
of
in a
us
room.
are fantastic.
If you think about this, none of us are in a room, right? We're just like all in our own separate little places. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Mhm.
So when did you like first like start blowing up? Like at what time, and when would you consider that you like really like
When I
decided, oh yeah, this is like legit and this is something that I can do, basically?
Well, I mean, basically, since the start, I like thought like, okay, I'm just gonna keep grinding this because I had a lot of fun making the chapter 4 video. Even though looking back, it sucks. Like, it is probably my worst video ever. But it was the day that season 2 came out, when it got delayed, and I made a video saying like, did Epic Games ruin season 3, or not season 3, season 2, because it like got delayed. And I made a quick little video that got like 900 views in a couple hours, and that was insane at the time for me because I only had like 50 subscribers at the time. But I kept gaining more and more subscribers. Like I was at like a solid 300 by the time that video was out. So I don't know why people were subscribing to me because of that. But then my family went on a trip for spring break, and I decided to edit a video in the car. It was my video on like Fortnite YouTubers, and that got 14K views in 24 hours. And that was the video that got me to 1,000 subscribers, and so I was able to get monetized. And so I was like, oh yeah, I can do this 100%. And that's when I blew up. And yeah.
Wow. Okay, so our first awkward silence of season 2. How do we feel about that? So
I
what
thought
would
I thought you were
you?
interviewing him, man.
You were the
No,
one
I
who was
am.
asking the questions.
Yeah, I have, dude. Okay. You are kind of my guinea pig because you're the first person to get interviewed, and
Hey,
as we kind of pick
that's
up
gonna be
steam, and as
crazy.
we go along in this as we go as we go along in this episode, we're gonna get a better flow, and we're gonna get a better feel for it. But I think I have one last question for you before you can take one question from any member of this panel, and then we're going to open it up to the audience. Smurf is going to pick one question from chat that he will answer. But Smurf, this is very generic and very basic, and I feel like we're all going to have a very similar answer. But what are some like pieces of advice or like some strategies that you would give to anybody who's listening to this who is an aspiring or up and coming YouTuber?
Two things. One, every single YouTuber is going to tell you this. Make the content you like, find your audience, keep doing what works. Like it's really basic and it sounds corny, but it works. That's the way every YouTuber blew up. Second, don't try to like go out and buy a bunch of fancy equipment. You don't need a PC. You don't need like a freaking like a high-end computer. You don't need some crazy mics in order to make the best kind of content. Chat, I'm gonna be real. I'm just using CapCut on my phone to edit my videos. I don't have any like crazy like content. Or
How
no,
many subscribers do you have by doing that?
8K,
Exactly.
8.5K now.
Exactly.
Yeah. You
You're
don't
doing
need any like
fantastic, and you don't need
crazy.
anything.
You don't have any crazy stuff to do that kind of thing, you know? And like when you get bigger and you want to upgrade your content, then yeah, you can do that. But don't like say like, oh, I want to get a start in content creation. I'm gonna try to get like this $2,000 PC, $500 monitor. Like you don't need that stuff. Like just make something.
Especially because
And
I see a
then
lot of
like
people who are like, who have like their dream setup or whatever, and they're like, I'm doing this to start content creation, and it just falls flat right on its face, and they don't have like a backup plan, and they're like, well, now I have this $2,000 computer, and the only thing I was going to use it for is content creation, but I'm making trash content, and I only have like 200 subscribers, and I'm getting no views on my videos, and my retention is horrible. You got to learn to make good content first, and then you can upgrade both your content and what you're using to produce your content as you go along.
yeah.
So, is there anybody like Pojo or Aggro? Do you have a question for Little Smurf that you'd like him to answer?
I have a very important question for Lil Smurf.
All right.
Why did you lie about being a Smurf, man? That's messed up.
Facts, dude.
Because I hate all of my fans. Okay, I
get
want
another-
to
I get another
lie,
question too,
manipulate to the. All right, what?
Quit yapping, man. I got another question. All right. Did you really fall off? Did Lil Smurf fall off? Someone said you fell off, man.
I mean, okay, define fall off.
I don't know, man. Someone said you fell off.
That's one person's opinion against 8,499, by the way.
True, but
Let's
like,
hear some. I gotta hear the answer.
so like the thing when people say like, "Oh, bro fell off," it's because they expect like someone to get as many views as they did on like their most viral video, which it's like it's not to be expected. Like that stuff can't happen all the time. Not every video is going to be like a 1 out of 10, and like sometimes they're going to have videos that are like at a 10 out of 10, and like those are going to like do bad, and it's just like the way life goes. Little Uzi, but
Ooh, fast one.
That's just the way it is.
nope, that's not the song. We're not
No, I know,
talking about that
but
song.
it was a
The
different
way
song.
life goes
man.
by
Come on,
Little
come on.
Uzi Vert.
Yeah, I wasn't singing the Lil Uzi song. I was
Alright,
singing a
bro.
different song.
Come on,
Chat
come
knows
on.
what I'm talking about, and chat agrees with
I
me.
know what song you're talking about,
It's in
but
Fortnite.
I'm talking about a different song.
Yeah, okay.
So
So, is anybody in chat have a question for Lil Smurf? We're gonna give you about 30 seconds to a minute to type that question down there. So Smurf, like, see which one of those you want to answer.
all right. Well, first I need some questions to come through. So like, just gotta wait.
Okay, that's Doom's like, I have a good question for Smurf, and then he just drops. I have a question. Who would win in a fight, Rick Ross or a polar bear?
Polar bear.
No elaboration.
That's not the question I'm gonna ask, but polar bear.
Now remember,
Ow!
chat, Smurf is
Ow!
just one of
I just
8
hit myself
content
in the.
creator or one of 9 content creators that are going to be interviewed. So if your question doesn't get answered by him, maybe consider asking it to the next person to get interviewed or the person after that.
Chat, I suggest you ask some questions related to that content creator instead of like, what's your favorite season or something? Because chances are I've already answered it multiple times on this podcast, probably. So, all right. I want to answer the first question that came in chat. What was your favorite video you've made?
So what is your favorite video that you've made?
The one I'm working on right now.
Oh, that's a
It's-
teaser.
It's maybe a little teaser, but I got a lot of people on, and lots of them happen to be on this podcast. So y'all should like tune in on November 1st, because it'll be tight. But if we're talking like videos that are already out, my favorite video that I made, probably the connecting every franchise to Fortnite video. That was
That's
really
how
fun to make.
everybody knows you, and it's so funny. Everybody knows.
Everyone
Everybody
knows me
knows
from
you
that
from that
video.
video.
It
Oh
was
my
not,
gosh.
it's not even like my best, I wouldn't even say it's my best video, but like I had so much fun just trying to like figure like, okay, how can I connect One Piece? How can I connect Despicable Me? How can I connect so on and so forth? You know? So it was just a really fun video to make, especially since I was just starting out. This was before I even had like 100 subs. So I just like did it for the love of the game, you know?
That's it.
All right, so are we good, Smurf? Is there anything else that you want to say before we get to Pojo's interview?
10K by the end of the year for an elbow reveal.
Oh yeah, I've seen you've been promoting the heck out of that, and if I
Because I want
could,
10K.
if I could give you subscribers, if I could just, be like, if I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry. I always end up scatterbrained on these episodes, but that's fine. That's a-okay. Um, if I could make 100 bot accounts, well, I guess I could make 100 bot accounts, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go through that kind of effort. So, chat,
No,
that just
I
means
don't
that
want.
you have to go through that kind of effort to get Smurf to his 10,000 subscribers elbow reveal.
Yes, sir.
All right, Pojo, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Pojo. I think I speak for all of us when I say that Pojo needs more attention. We love his aura and his personality, and we also love the content that he brings to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first of two new permanent hosts to the Worthless Opinions podcast, Pojo Gaming. How are you doing today?
Give me one
I'm
second.
doing phenomenal.
No, Pojo. Hold on. Ram, did you just say aura?
Yeah, man.
I'm
What is
trying
that
to
about,
write
man?
good introductions, and there's always
We
something
love
wrong
bro's
with
aura.
them.
We love bro's aura.
We do love Bro's
We-
aura.
My
Chat, do
aura,
you not
bro.
love Pojo's aura? Give me.
My aura is through the roof.
Yo, WL rage bait, guys.
That's not rage bait. It's just facts. so, I can't think straight now. But Pojo, tell us and chat just a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Pojo. I've made content on YouTube for about a year now, I think. Yeah, a year now. And honestly, I've absolutely loved every second of it, quite honestly. I never was planning on doing YouTube. I always wanted to do it, but I never thought it actually happened. And it was always meant to be sort of like a side thing, just kind of like a fun hobby, and still is. It's nothing more than a hobby. But I'm surprised to say that I found a level of success I can be proud of through the whole thing. So I don't know, it's just been a fun journey so far, but love content creation, so.
It's good that you actually love it and don't just do it because you're kind of forced into that cycle. And I think that's like, if you're in chat and you're doing something but you don't really have a love for it, if you're burnout, you can take a little break. That happened to me earlier in the year. There's nothing wrong with that. Now I'm back, and I'm arguably, I think I'm a better content creator than I was 6 months ago. But if you're not, consider taking a little break and, trying to figure out what works for you. So, how long, so again, you kind of answered this, but how long have you been doing YouTube? And specifically, like, is this your first channel that you've made, or how many channels have you had, and how long have you been trying to do YouTube?
Yeah, so this is actually my first and only channel. To your guys' knowledge, my only channel. But this is my first channel.
Knowledge.
So
What do you mean to our knowledge?
You might should have not phrased it like that.
To your knowledge.
This might be my only channel. I might have more channels than this. Who knows? Maybe they're out there somewhere. But this is my first channel though. Yeah, I've done YouTube for a year now. I started this channel on, I remember, May 1st. I believe I posted my first video on October 18th, I want to say, last year. I remember specifically, it was a Five Nights at Freddy's movie video. How this was before the movie released. About how Markiplier would not be in the movie. It was kind of a summary. And actually, not too long ago, to kind of celebrate that, I released a Five Nights at Freddy's video, like a anniversary for the channel, in a way, kind of celebrating 1 year anniversary. But so, and kind of on a different note, like inspiration, I want to do YouTube since I watched. Now this doesn't relate to my channel really, the content I make. Dan TDM was the first time whenever I watched him all the way, like when he was in like his peak Minecraft phase. I was like, "Oh, YouTube seems really cool. This is something I might want to, look into a little more. Maybe do some content on the future." And I never thought I would do it, but here I am today. So I kind of Dan TDM to kind of spark that interest in me. So
I think that's awesome, and I think like that's something that we need to remember as content creators ourselves, and is that um I'm pretty sure that all of us are somebody's favorite YouTuber with how like much of a following we have. Somebody out there is looking up to you, Little Smurf, and they're like, I want to do what he does, or I really like his content, and he's my favorite YouTuber, and they would be, you like you're always influencing your following, and that's kind of the problem. That's a big problem, if you ask me, with like super large scale content creators, is because they get so big and they don't really have a full grasp on how many people they're actually influencing. Like I have currently, if you look at my channel, I have 4,331 subscribers. Now that might not seem like a lot on paper, but that's a pretty big number. That's like enough to overflow my high school football stadium. And when you think about it that way, that's a lot of people who are hearing your voice every single time you upload a video. So it's definitely important to remember that. And it's important to remember that when you're making your content, and make the kind of content that you would want 4,331 people to see, or in your case, like whatever 1.2K, or in Smurf's case 8.5K. Make that kind of content. So, um, with that, what is your like opinion on like the rising presence? What is your opinion on this community that we've created? Not just worthless opinions, but like seeing all of these small Fortnite
As
YouTubers just everywhere, popping up everywhere. How does that make you feel?
I think it's phenomenal, right? I mean, we have rising content creators who I believe make very unique and fresh content, and even if it's not necessarily like fresh content, quote unquote, they approach it in a different manner. They have different ideas, different ways of talking and going about it. Uh, Example here, I'm just going to use Leo, right? Once again, the whole interview thing, right? Like what he did with that one video where he had multiple creators come on, kind of like a interview fashion, cutting in between, kind of like a documentary. That's a super cool concept, and I've never seen that before in a YouTube video. And it's just little things like that, right? Approaching it in new and different, unique manners and making content creation with these new, fresh ideas and perspectives. And also having a group that's down to earth as well. That's another thing. Having content creators who are humble and down to earth is more important than I think most people realize. Because if a content creator can't be honest, then how can we expect their content itself to be honest, right?
Oh yeah, like that's a really good, that's a really good point. Um, I want to just like shout out to Pojo. That was a really good point. Um, I don't really have any other words for that than just um, I agree, and I think that also flows over into the next question I have for you, which is, what is your advice for any upcoming YouTubers or strategies that they can use to better themselves, not just as YouTubers but as people as well?
Yeah, so I mean, Smurf already mentioned, don't need any special equipment or anything like that. That was what I was thinking of, but I came up with the new one just now, which is be down to earth, right? just be like, I don't know, you don't have to be like anything special, or like, I think the best way to show your content, if you're, an up and coming content creator, you don't need to have this epic personality or whatever. And I know it's like corny to say, oh, just be yourself or whatever, but I think that's really the best way you can approach content creation, is just don't really put on a facade, unless like it's a goofy joke or something like that. Just like, know, don't be anything that you aren't as a content creator, because then I feel like, once again, it comes back to the honesty in content creation, right? Honest
Exactly.
yourself, then how can you make honest content creation, right? So
That's a very good point. Because shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Chat. No, that's an amazing point, and I see this point made a lot. Is when you're like doing YouTube, what you have, what you're making, and what your personality is, and the content that you're making is an exaggerated version of your current personality. It's an exaggerated version of who you are as a person. So you have to make sure that it is only ever an exaggeration of who you actually are, and it's never somebody that you're not when you're making your content.
exactly.
So I've yapped enough. Is there anybody in this call, so Smurf and Aggro, do either of you have a question that you'd like to ask Pojo?
Of course.
Oh
Pojo,
yeah.
when are you gonna do most iconic video game characters part 2? Okay, me and Smurf have been waiting,
Oh,
man.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got
man,
you got something to say about
The
that.
first one was all wrong, man. I mean, come
it
on.
was. Hey, listen,
When is it
listen.
happening?
If anyone in the chat is willing to look at my personal least favorite video, go to Shorts, and I think it's the first short I ever uploaded. Watch that. That is the worst YouTube content I've ever seen in my life. Go and
You
watch that.
gotta
But
redo it, man.
So anybody
I
in
gotta redo it,
chat,
man.
you can start posting your questions for Pojo, and while we're waiting for them to while we're waiting for them to give you questions that you can answer, Smurf, Aggro, if you have anything else that you want to say to Pojo, just you know. I do have a
Why the
question though.
name Pojo?
When's my feature? When's my feature?
Feature?
Yeah, by the way, chat, Pojo, if you don't know, posts season reviews very frequently, and what he does is he actually does those reviews with small Fortnite YouTubers like me. I'm pretty sure Clint is on one of your videos, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's got a collab with Clark set up, and if any of what I'm saying is wrong, please correct me. But he's very good. You're very persuasive. You get people on your channel, and uh, I applaud that, because that's something that I struggle to do. I think I have one collab video on my entire channel, and Pojo, your catalog is full of them, and you're not gonna stop making them, and I really like that, and I really like that approach to making Fortnite content, because that really is what makes this community like special. Like, any of us could just appear on anybody else's video at any time, and that's really refreshing to see. So is there any question from chat that you would like to answer, Pojo? Oh, no,
Question from
Smurf asked how you got your names, so tell us how you got your name.
Why Pojo?
I was in the car coming back from, I think it was a basketball game, and I was like, I think I want to make a YouTube channel. And I was talking with my sister, and literally out of the middle of nowhere, she said, "How about Pojo?" And I was like, "It's got a nice ring to it." So that was literally it. There is no significance behind the name. Nothing.
So it was literally
It is just
the like from the Minecraft movie, like, you were supposed to be the hero, Brian. Hero Brian.
exactly.
I think I like
That's
that
got a nice ring
name.
to it. Exactly.
So
That is exactly the origin.
Pojo Brian.
That's simple.
So anybody Pojo, you see any question in chat that really stands out to you? Anything that you'd like to answer?
Sure. So, Mr. Swifty said, "Where'd you get your profile picture?" Now, this is actually this is from, you guys have probably heard of it. It's called Canva. Heard of it?
Yeah.
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 I got this quote unquote logo thing, and I was actually here's some background info. I'm actually revamping the profile picture to make it, more unique. It's
Oh.
still gonna stay. It's still gonna say,
Keep it OG,
skeleton.
man. Come on.
Hood. Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
listen,
you know what?
I'm
I
kidding.
gotta
I'm
change it
kidding.
though. It's a public one. That's a public one. So I gotta change it up.
You know what?
For real, for real.
You know how I changed my profile picture?
How'd you do it?
No, no, like do you know like I did change my profile picture. But
Yeah.
I got one of my friends to draw it for me. So if you want me to like get you in touch with her and she can draw your profile picture for her. I was just saying
I'll
if
have to
that's an
see, but
option
that
if you
sounds
want
pretty
to
cool. Not gonna lie.
shoot. Wasn't supposed to spoil that for chat, but if that ends up happening,
I got you. I got you. Sounds cool.
Joseph, a question for Pojo: is Chapter 2, Season 6 good in your opinion? Don't you have a video on that?
I do have a video on that, but in short, no, it is not good.
But if you would like more
Elaboration, it is just
elaboration,
that.
go to the video after the podcast stream. That would after the podcast stream.
Yeah, y'all better
Please,
not leave, or else
we are
like,
farming
oh
your
no,
engagement.
we need
You are
more money.
locked to the screen.
We're
So,
broke.
Pojo, are there any more remarks that you have to say before we move on to aggro?
No, just make the content you like if you're an up-and-coming content creator. I mean, just stay true, to what you think a content creator is and should be, and make sure to keep your morals and pride in check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really don't think I could have said it any better. So, thank you for really also thank you so much for being a host of the podcast. Thank you so much for being willing to help us out, and it's been a pleasure getting to know you. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and we're very happy you're here. So
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me on.
I am very horrible at transitions, but we're going to move on to Aggro. Now, Aggro is the kind of rogue member of the Worthless Opinions podcast, as he's currently branching out a bit from Fortnite, but he's still staying true to his roots, and you can believe that there has been no love lost for his content creation and his community. We most certainly enjoy his energy now more than ever, so everybody give a warm welcome to one of the original 4 members of the Worthless Opinions podcast, Aggro. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm aggro. I like playing video games. I like listening to music. Um, so I just make videos on I just make videos on video games because that's all I know. I can't do math and I can't do science, so got to make money somehow.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding, but yeah.
So, how long have you been doing YouTube? Tell us a little bit about your YouTube journey.
Well, when I was a little kid, I started watching Density. I'm like Pojo. I was watching the
Yeah.
Minecraft videos, and I used to sit there at my PS3 and just pretend that I was like making a video, even though I wasn't. I would just be talking to myself. Probably thought I had schizophrenia, but I was just sitting there yapping. And then eventually one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually make a channel. I never uploaded on it, but I kept making thumbnails and I kept recording stuff. Never uploaded anything. Then eventually, in middle school, I started playing Fortnite a lot more, and my friend was like, "Let's make a Fortnite clan." So I was like, "All right, let's do that." And we had this little thing called Ease Clan, right? So my name was Ease Brado on there. It's a little name drop, and
Oh yeah.
I'd be posting my clips. I was not good at the game. I was trash. I don't know how I got in the clan in the first place, but that was like my first Fortnite content era. Then I started doing just content in general on movies, shows, games, and I would upload a Fortnite video eventually, and it popped off, and that's how I got here.
I want to go back for a second because not because I think it's cringe, but because I think that's actually so wholesome that you would pretend to be a YouTuber. I feel like we've all had aspirations, and it's weird that this is one of the things that people like want to do when we're sitting behind a screen right now and just expositing and just
Doing it. Just doing it.
vomiting just worthless opinions to the audience. But it's really cool, and I honestly I don't really know how to explain that, but that's incredibly wholesome.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it from day one, so I'm happy I can finally do some stuff that people enjoy.
So, what would you when would you say that you like started blowing up, and what are some like key like things that you've encountered or key videos that you've made across your YouTube journey?
I mean, the first video I uploaded on Fortnite, the chapter 2, and some people might know that watching. I'm not really sure. That's got like 32K. I was uploading like Fortnite shorts a little bit before that, so I didn't expect the video to do too well, but it ended up doing really well. And that I guess was a key video for me. Looking back on it, it's not a good video at all, but I mean it's something. I would say like one of my most important videos though was probably my chapter 4 one. I put a lot of work into that. I edited it a good amount. That also looking back, it was not good. I don't think I phrased things properly. I don't think really anything. The audio was everywhere. The music was over my voice, but like it was a good place of growth. I don't know how it hit 100K, but that's kind of what really blew me up in my opinion. And I mean, the most recent Fortnite video I put out, I think I really enjoyed. I think that's probably my favorite I've done, just because when I don't feel like I have to like pop a Fortnite video every single week, I feel like I can really focus on a topic I really want to talk about in the community. So I think just over time, I've started to realize that it's all about just what you want to do that week for your videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So again, I think we could have, and if we all have the same answer, then we can like stop asking this question. But what is your opinion on this community? What is your opinion on, how it feels like every day there's a new small Fortnite creator who's absolutely blowing up and who's absolutely killing it, and it's really heartwarming to me. But how do you feel about that?
I think it's great. I mean, when I started around like earlier, the only people I really knew that was doing it was Brivy, and then I started to see you pop up, Smurf pop up, Twisty. I think you guys were actually before me, but like me and Brivy came at the same exact time, so it felt kind of like isolated in a way. But as I've grown as a creator, as I met more people, and as a lot of people do join the community, I think it's a lot more enjoyable, especially when there's so much negativity in comments and just in a lot of the player base. It's cool to see a majority of us actually enjoy the game and say good things about it. And I think it, balances things out.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be in a group of people that's mostly positive, especially because a lot of the big YouTubers that you'll see are absolutely trashing on Fortnite, and it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a bit biased because I am one of the small Fortnite YouTubers, but I feel like um I feel like if I were a member of the audience, it would be refreshing to see somebody who actually has a positive opinion for once. So you
Yeah.
know, so last question before we open it up to the rest of the panel and the audience. What is your advice for any upcoming YouTubers? And what are your strategies? Like, what would you tell somebody who really wants to do what you're doing or who really just wants to be a YouTuber in general right now?
For advice, I would say don't tell yourself that it's just luck. Um, at the end of the day, everyone's going to get a chance with that luck, and it's about how you use it, and that's what's really going to blow you up. If you never grow your content, every time you see a video that performs low, you don't try to look at it and see what you did wrong, you're not going to be able to harness that luck and do anything with it. Everyone's going to get a chance with the algorithm at some point, even if it feels like you won't, and you just have to figure out how to use it. And I mean, for strategies, just do what you want to do. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say that, but that's really the only thing you can do to really like. At the end of the day, if you start making money off YouTube and you're feeling good about yourself because it might be a little easier than something else, eventually you're gonna feel really burnt out if you're not doing anything you truly want to do. So I feel like you want to make success off of that before anything else.
Oh, absolutely. So, Smurf or Pojo, do you have any questions that you would like to ask Aggro? Real quick. And chat, you can
I
start
actually
dropping your
have
questions for him down below because it'll take a minute for those to come through, and it'll take a minute for him to decide. So just drop those while Smurf and Pojo are talking.
Yes, I actually have one question. How do you have a profile picture about Miles Morales, and yet you yourself do not own the Miles Morales skin inside the Fortnite Battle Royale?
Hey,
That's what I was
listen,
gonna
let me
ask
tell you
you, bro.
something, right? It's just that I want to save it for everyone else, right? I can't let the skin go out of stock. I'm just a really nice guy. What can I say?
Saving the pixels. Saving the pixels for
Saving the
everyone
pixels.
else.
Saving the pictures for other people, bro. Should I read out chat now?
Oh yeah, chat. If you have any questions to ask him, and also we have probably about 5 or 6 minutes until we get the next guest on. So if you have any questions that you want to aim directly at one of us, I think each of us can go around and pick one question to answer from chat if we would like.
All right.
But Aggro first,
My favorite
obviously.
game on the PS3 as a kid, probably GTA 4, but also God of War 3. That was a pretty good one too. All of those. It was just a goated era. The Last of Us. You got what else? Final Fantasy 13. There's a lot of bangers on there, but I think GTA 4 takes the crown. Hold on. The checklist. If Link added to Fortnite, I don't know. I think that's his happiness. I think I'd be on a 10 for sure. You already know, man.
It's Prismatical said, if you don't get Miles Morales, he's gonna gift you Miles Morales.
I appreciate that, Priz. That's where Priz will go. Everyone, go watch after this because Priz is gonna be on here soon. Go watch his new vlog, man. That was tough. The editing went crazy. You gotta check out Prismatical.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I saw he made a post on Twitter about it, but I'm gonna have to go and watch that. So that is definitely something that I'll do immediately when the stream is over. We love Priz here, and we're gonna get to talk to him in just a little bit. So make sure you stick around for that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and is there any other questions that you guys want to answer from chat, or chat? Do you want to ask anybody in the panel a question, like a specific question, before we move on to some of our non-panel guests?
I think a good Fortnite theme would be a little crossover with Cyberpunk and Medieval. I think that goes kind of hard.
Ooh.
Kind of what they did in Chapter 4, Season 1, but just like being more into the Cyberpunk stuff.
Pojo, if you could have an icon skin, what would it be? I mean, I think it would just be my profile picture.
Your profile
I feel
picture?
like my skin would go hard as a profile picture. Oh, look who just joined the call, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's welcome and give a formal welcome to our first non-panel guest to the scene, Exetraz. Oh my gosh, I already butchered your name. Exetraz, I'll call him X for short. I'll call him X for short. Well, you have amassed over 6,000 subscribers in a very short time with your incredibly high-quality content, I'll admit. You are making waves in this community in all the right ways. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Exetraz. Tell us a little bit about yourself. X. I'm not going to say the full name anymore.
Just say Exetraz. You've already ruined it.
Yeah, come on, man.
I get that a lot. Don't worry.
Hello, I am etc. Ryan, you're freaking ruining for me. I forgot how to pronounce my name now. I'm Exetraz, guys. I make Fortnite commentary videos that are Sigma.
Facts.
Very Sigma.
I don't know what else to say. I like Mickey Mouse.
Who doesn't?
Peaked up
Mickey Mouse is peak character.
Facts.
I'm not high, Mr. Swifty. I'm reading chat, guys. Don't worry.
Working you're smoking a blunt.
I'm not smoking a blunt.
Yes,
I already know. You're the type of person I would like want in my blunt rotation. I know you're just smoking a blunt right now.
I'm smoking the.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, I've been playing like friggin' ranked zero build and like I've been getting cooked. I'm actually about to hop off for the rest of the season.
Oh man, ranked makes me so mad. I didn't even bother getting the umbrella this season because I was like, it's not worth my time. It's not worth the effort. and I'm never going to get past like diamond anyway, so I can't get the umbrella to look cool. So
Yeah.
it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Priz, he'll be on in about 15 or so minutes. Priz made it to Unreal while hula hooping, so we're
In
going.
season
We're
3, in season 3 of all seasons, how do you do that?
We're gonna mention that. We're gonna bring that up. But so if you're currently tuning into us right now, Priz, yeah, okay, yeah, he knows.
W
He knows.
Priz, yeah.
um,
Yeah. I know Caspi also got Unreal. He sweated it out on Zero Build or whatever, or not Zero. Reload Ranked. Reload Ranked. Yeah, that's what he did. He sweated it out there and he got it. So, but I don't know if he's on that account anymore. I think he made a new one because like some stuff with that one. I don't know. It's been an entire thing. I've been chatting with him for a little bit. Love Caspi.
so
Yeah, he's the goat, dude.
we're gonna have to have him on. He's unfortunately, chat. We do not have him scheduled for this episode, so unfortunately, he's not going to be on this episode. But season 2, we're gonna have an episode every single Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of content, and there are going to be a lot of chances for some of your favorite creators, not just the 6 that were not just the 4 that we're featuring in this episode. There are going to be a chance for some of your favorite creators to hop on the show. So if you aren't subscribed to the show, make sure that you do that. And also maybe go follow us on Spotify. That's the second time I plugged it, and I promise that's going to be the last time I plug it this episode. But X, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey on YouTube? So how long have you been doing YouTube, and when did you first start really blowing up on this scene?
Okay, this is about to be like a superhero origin story here, guys. So super
I'm ready
villain.
for
I
it.
don't know. So let's start all the way at the beginning. So like I've always had like an interest in YouTube. I think it's already been stated a lot. Dan TDM is an inspiration. Definitely. Stampy for me is like my goat. I love Stampy, bro. That is my number one inspiration in this entire thing. Most of you guys won't know it. You guys are all new gens. Shut up. Let's see.
Smurf,
Besi-
he used the term. How do we feel about that?
No.
Yeah, we're talking about that before. But let me think. So I'm not gonna disclose any of my other channels. They exist. They're out there. I'm not talking about them. Yeah. But
No,
my
I'm very similar. Same way. You know,
yeah.
we
One
don't
of
discuss it.
one of them I show myself in it. I'm not disclosing that channel. So yeah. But this entire like Fortnite channel started after I technically have to go to like because I started this summer, but I have to go back to the last summer because that's kind of like my training ground. So you know what I did? There's this game on Roblox called Please Donate. Okay.
Oh no.
So like I was pretty much doing I made a channel on that for like no reason whatsoever. I don't even know why I did, but I did that for a little bit. I think I got like let me check. Wait a minute. I think I got like 50 subscribers. Let me check. 50 subscribers. I got 50 subscribers on
That's
that channel.
Reacts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. I got okay. So anyways, my editing on that channel is absolutely butt cheeks. Okay, butt cheeks, something like that. But then this summer I decided, you know what? Because you guys are all people that I've watched, by the way. Like every single one of you here. Like I've actually watched your content.
And now you're past 3 of us in subscribers.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. It's
I'm
cool
the
to see
I'm the I'm
people
the
who are
I'm the
like
I'm the
a lot more
I'm the
recent than me. It's just because I don't have the resources to upload every day, and
that
the
is
grind is
totally
real.
understandable. That is
The
totally
grind is
understandable.
real. Like like mad respect to you. And once you started popping up, I was like, dude, this guy is gaining crazy traction. So I watched your channel. I started watching your channel, and that's cool. That's cool to know that you were like, oh well, I watched you guys before, small Fortnite YouTubers, and well, you're a part of this community now. I think definitely because
Yeah.
you're sitting at 6,000 subscribers, and if we waited for too much longer, then you would have said no to this invite
No,
to
I
be on this
wouldn't have.
stream
No, I
because
wouldn't have. No, I
because,
wouldn't have. No,
because you
not
would have
a
been too
chance in the
popular, man.
world. Not
No,
You
a chance.
strike me.
you're
You
very
strike me.
No, not a chance in the world, bro. Pojo and Smurf, bro. I love you guys. So no, I would do this. I'd do this. And I love you too, Aggro. Even though I made that thumbnail
Love
and you
you.
never showed up.
My bad, my bad.
The infamous thumbnail.
I got you next time for
The
sure.
infamous, yeah. We better. I want to use that thumbnail still. I love that thumbnail. But so I started off because I was watching your guys' content. Well, not really. Well, I've watched your guys' content, but like it was like during the summer, so I'm pretty much doing like the Subway Surfers Family Guy funny moments thing. But like I have like YouTube videos on the right side of my screen, some other game on the left side of the screen, like multitasking pretty much. So I was doing that, and I was like, you know what? I think I could do this YouTube thing. So I then make my first ever video, which was the Let me just find it. I don't remember. No, I do remember. Everything we know about Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 4, because I was excited for the Marvel season, so I was like, you know what, let me make a video on it. So I did. I think it did like really good like immediately, like right after I uploaded it, which was kind of crazy. I think within like the first day it got like 1,000 views, and I was like elated pretty much. So then I made this video called The History of Free Skins in Fortnite. And that was the video that blew up.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
looking at it right now. It's sitting at 68,000 views, and I think pretty much everybody in this call has a video like that blew up. I know Smurf has that one video that we were talking about earlier where he connects every franchise to Fortnite. That has like 80,000 views. I have a video with like 140,000 views, which is my least favorite video that I've ever made. I hate that that one is my most popular one, and I know Aggro has a video like that as well. So it's kind of weird to see how how weird the YouTube algorithm is, especially for small Fortnite YouTubers. But that might be a little bit nerdy for our audience. But
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. Like it was so funny because like people were in the comments, they're saying like you missed a few, and I was like, oh crap, I did miss a few. Like me, because like I said, I researched in the video. I did not research. I did everything off the dome, and I thought like I thought I knew the stuff like off the dome, but I did not. So I missed 4 skins.
I bet.
I'm waiting for someone to make the foreskin joke. I'm waiting.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
I missed 4 of them, and then I made like a 3-minute
Of
video
them.
where I just and I made it into like part 2. It was this video series was always supposed to be 2 parts, but I had to make a third part because I want to do platform exclusives also. So then that one was made. I wish, or well, that one did pretty good too. I was happy with that one. Then I moved, then a few videos. Then we had the craziest week in Fortnite history. So here I was looking at all this stuff that dropped during that 1 week in August. Like something new, something crazy was like every day during that week, and it was like actually crazy. So that one blew up too, 68,000 views. Looking through. All right, and here we go. Then I made a video on the Iron Man update, and it got 138,000 views.
Good God.
And I see now why you have all these news channels because that was actually crazy. So then I made a few more videos, blah blah blah. And then what I want to talk about here though is Fortnite's strange relationship with leaks. That one was just like whatever when it first launched, but then it started like crawling back up, and that's how I have my FNBR intel follow on Twitter.com. Because Buddy commented in my video with like freaking eye emojis, and that was actually kind of crazy to me. So,
And I think that the video on your channel that has aged the best is everything we know about the Fortnite and Five Nights at Freddy's collaboration.
I hate that video. I wanted to delete it, bro. In between,
Just
private it.
I'm not privating it. I'm keeping that. There's only one deleted video on my entire channel, and that was I was gonna try and make some sort of like mythic review series that was like inspired by like Noah and C Day. Like I would just make like 3-minute videos talking about like a new mythic. But I deleted that video because it did not do well. So I was like, I'm not keeping it. I was contemplating deleting my video on Fortnite Remix. I did not. Because like I don't know, like last week was like a really bad week for me. Like really. But I'm glad that my most recent videos,
Yeah, it's
at least,
performing well.
yeah.
And if you
I'm
haven't seen X's most recent video, make sure to go to his channel and give that a watch. You guys should probably take notes for all the videos and all the homework that we're giving you. But obviously, it's all optional, but it supports us so much. And, that's so cliche to say, but really awesome.
yeah, definitely. I love the thumbnail in that video. I was like so inspired yesterday.
Oh, it's an amazing. It's one of my favorite thumbnails that I've seen for a Fortnite video.
Bro, listen.
The
I
donk
know,
that image of Donkey can be used in so many different ways.
Okay, I know a lot of you guys know my freaking. You know how like I have those videos in between the different sections.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know like a lot of people like picked up on that one. I'm glad I at least have that like mark, I guess. I don't know. But bro, like the reason why those exist is because I'm like I don't have ADHD. I don't have autism. I don't have any of that, but like for some reason I just get like extremely distracted whenever I try and focus on something for too long, so then I just like let me find a funny video on YouTube. And then I just put that in there. Like I try and find something that's funny and somehow related in my like YouTube recommended. And some days I'm inspired. Like yesterday's video, I just kept using Gumball because I was in a Gumball attitude. I guess I don't know.
No, that's good. And every YouTuber has like their quirk or whatever. Like Twisty, I know, which I saw Kadura. He will be here, I think, at some point. So we're sorry about that, but he is stuck in traffic. Anyway, Twisty uses like GIFs in his videos, and he's gotten a lot of backlash for that, which I don't know why. Like, if you don't like it, just like put the phone down and still watch the video, but like listen to it or like play it in the background. Most people play my videos in the background while they're like playing video games or like especially Fortnite, but like Twisty uses a bunch of GIFs in his videos, and every YouTuber has like their thing that they like use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's another thing too. Like I know like these type of videos are something you put in the background because I've done that too. I put them in the background, just listen to them while I'm doing whatever. But it's kind of like weird because like I want people to kind of like pay attention to the video, so that's why I like putting like random stuff in it, I guess. So
I'm surprised I've gotten as much following as I have because I literally just put so little effort into editing the video, and I could do more, but it just doesn't fit like a style of content that I'm going for. Again, every YouTuber has their thing, every YouTuber has their flow, and if two YouTubers have the same flow, then you know they're
yeah,
the same
like
YouTuber, and everybody's different in their own ways. And
uh,
again, that's cliche. Like, I'm usually inspirational in these episodes, but now I'm being cliche. But I'm serious. Everybody's different, and every YouTuber is different. If you go to X's channel, if you go to Pojo's channel, they're different. Like me and Smurf, different.
yeah,
But at the same time, we're still both small Fortnite content creators. And speaking of small or Fortnite commentary YouTubers in general, what is your opinion on like there's a rising presence in this community and there's a visible amount of new Fortnite commentary content creators and it feels like we get more and more every single day. So, what is your opinion on that and how do you feel about there being just almost an uncountable number of these small YouTubers who have so much in common with each other and who are interacting with each other? How do you feel about that?
look, I mean, I love it. I mean, I think it's a great thing because like when I started out, I just did it on my own. I just did like whatever. So you know what? Even though like it was sort of like a on my own type thing, it's just a lot of fun to just help people out. Like I not to toot my own horn here, but like I find myself like a very helpful person. Like I try and like talk with like everyone I possibly can. I have a Discord. Like I talk with like a lot of people there, live streams in the comment section, just in general. Like
No, there's nothing wrong with saying that, and I don't think you're being prideful at all.
yeah, but like I love that it's a lot more people because it's a lot more content. It's a lot more takes on certain situations, opinions, if you will. It's just awesome. It's awesome overall.
Yeah, so we're gonna have one more question before we open it up to the rest of the panel and then the audience. We're getting in the flow by now, but what would you say is like your advice for any up and coming Fortnite YouTubers, or not just
Or
Fortnite, but like YouTubers in general? Advice, strategies. What would you say to somebody who wants to do what you do?
my number one piece of advice. I mean, you guys have already been saying it. Like, do something you love. You don't really need the best equipment in the world. That's true. Like, you really don't. But my piece of advice is this: be consistent and interact. So if you're consistent with your quality, you're consistent with your content, and you continuously just like interact with that audience and you build up a fan base, you're gonna be successful.
And I can definitely attest to that too. I've my most successful moments in this YouTube journey have been when I've posted consistently, when I've made consistent content, and when I've interacted with a larger community. And I think that the other three members of this call can attest to that as well. So, is there anything that you guys, Pojo, Smurf, Aggro, that you would like to ask X at this point?
I do have a question. So, are you going to start making Sparking Zero content? Because I know you're a Dragon Ball fan, right? If I'm correct.
Yes.
So, would you ever make Fortnite and Sparking Zero content, or is it just purely Fortnite?
Never. For the pure reason that I am absolutely. No, I am. I'm absolutely booty cheeks at the game. So no,
Mm.
I'm not good enough to play this game professionally. I love Dragon Ball, but bro, like the issue is that like I've been trying to balance both making content and then playing that, and then school, of course. But like I just can't. I don't have enough time.
Where's the Kingdom Hearts video at, bro?
What?
Where's the Kingdom Hearts video at?
Oh, okay. I might make one. I think I should make one.
Better, bro. I'm waiting.
The Kingdom Hearts 2 retrospect video.
Yes, sir.
I can make one on Kingdom Hearts 3. I was playing through that before Sparking Zero launched, because like I never Kingdom Hearts 3 is the black sheep of the trilogy, I guess you could say, or like the black sheep of like yeah. But like I've never actually played technically the whole game, because I played the base game, but I never got the DLC. So
I don't think I played the DLC either. I did play the base game though. I think it's low-key the weakest out of the three of them.
Yeah, but I heard the DLC does make it a lot better, which makes sense because Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Mix, like, that's like my favorite game ever, and it's Kingdom Hearts 2 as it is, like, standalone. Like, it's missing a lot of stuff, but that 2.8 mix, very nice.
Hey, might have to check it, bro. Or you could just make a video.
That's true.
That'd go pretty crazy.
But for the near future, I'm just gonna focus on Fortnite because I don't really have enough time. I'm trying to figure out like how I can I want to try and be more consistent with my content, because at this point it's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 videos per week. But I want to just like, because like the craziest moments like the channel, like the most growth I've had is like whenever I've just like spam posted like a new video every single day. Like I know Jack Big Bus is doing that, or was doing that a little bit ago. Like he gained a lot of subscribers in like a really short time.
He's still doing that, and I actually tried to get him on. I tried to get him on this episode, and hopefully that's something that we can do in the future. If you're listening to this, or if you see this on your feed at all, Jack, if you somehow are hearing this, we would love to have you on, and we would love to get in touch with you and have you on the podcast, because we really like your content, and we think that you'd fit well. So, and yeah, and Priz wants you on as well. Priz said in chat that we need you. So, speaking of chat, do any of you guys have a question that you would like to ask X before he leaves and we welcome on our next guest?
Any questions? Any questions at all?
Any questions?
Don't make it weird, but yeah.
What do you want?
Come on, guys.
One question. One question. Is there?
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got a few here. Let me see. I'll answer two of them because there's one of them that's Fortnite related and one of them that's profile picture related. Do you like the Goofy movie and then Caked Up Mickey? Caked Up Mickey is my profile picture. I've changed it recently to like retheme it because I want to try do like seasonal themes, but whatever. Goofy movie is amazing. I love the Goofy movie. I love Max. I love Goofy as a dad. He is awesome. Goof Troop is a great series. And then custom season that I would want to create. What theme? There was a canceled video that I was working on. I was gonna make like a video on like a gaming season. So if I could make a season with a theme, it would be gaming. And Priz just asked a question: what's your favorite type of commentary content to make? I think just yapping. Like news is. I don't know how I feel about news. I just do it because honestly it's pretty successful. But I do enjoy making it, like all of them in general. But like I enjoy like the ones like my most recent video. Once again, shameless self promotion. Go check it out. I like just yapping about like the random stupid topics.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? So, X, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we send you off? And this is not going to be the last time he appears on the podcast, guys. We have absolutely loved this time with you. I enjoyed talking with you before we were on air, and I hope we can get in touch, and I hope that we can make some more episodes happen. But is there anything else that you would like to say before we welcome on our next guest?
Number one, very subtle foreshadowing, Rem. And number two, I know he's gonna be on later. Clark, why am I not content creator in your Discord?
Oh shoot!
Ooh,
Oh wow.
back.
The
All
beef
out.
is real. So,
But that's
you know,
about it.
Someone clip this.
really, I thank you so much for being here, and I thank you so much for willing to subscribe to my little experiment. But we thank you for the future, and we wish you the best of luck on your YouTube journey. And please just get in touch whenever you're available. We'd love to have you back on the podcast. So we'll see you around, X.
Of course, just always just I'm just a Discord message away. Just I'd always love to. I always like talking to you guys. So bye bye.
Hey, man.
See
Love
ya.
you.
Guys,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
I freaking hate those spooky Discord sounds, bro. How
know,
much
What,
bro.
more?
what are you talking about?
No, they're so
What di-
lame.
It's on. It's
What,
on
no,
laptop.
I'm saying what sounds are you talking about? I don't hear any spooky
You're.
Discord sound.
It's because you're on.
Oh crap! Look who just joined. What's up? How you
Where's
doing?
Mexico?
Hey, I'm doing
Oh
good. How
my
are you?
Yo,
days.
chill.
Yo, you know this guy, man. He hula hooped to Unreal. All right, it's a big deal.
Yes.
I mean, hey.
Big go.
So, chat, if you do not know, the next member being interviewed is an absolute legend. You might know him from a series where he reached Unreal while hula hooping, coming to you from overseas and being actively sleep deprived by yours truly. Please welcome It's Prismatical to the panel. Tell us a bit about yourself, Priz.
Well, I'm from London, England. I'm 17 years old, and I like to make a lot of Fortnite content.
Sick. Wait, one sec, Priz. I'm just gonna ask you something.
Yeah.
What time is it? What time is it where you are right now? How?
It's only 9:15.
Okay, so it's not too late.
It's
Yeah.
not too
I
late.
just-
Never tell him.
But this is
Yeah.
the reason why I'm so grateful that we get to have this episode today, because we get to interview Priz, which we have been trying to get him on the podcast, if you don't know, chat, for an incredibly long time. It's just usually over the summer we would have our streams on like Thursdays and Fridays at like 7 or 8 p.m. at night, which is why we're making the shift to Sundays, because I think it works better for everybody, and it clearly does because we're pulling more viewers. But enough about that. Let's talk about you, Priz. Tell us a little bit about your YouTube journey. So how long have you been doing YouTube, and when did you say that you started blowing up?
I want to say I started YouTube like around February of like 2020, because it was like lockdown. It's like the pandemic. There wasn't like a lot to do. So I was like, why don't I start like a YouTube channel, do some live streaming as well? The thing is, I did kind of quit towards like the beginning because my internet was like horrible. Like I could barely upload like a 10-minute YouTube video and it would take like 5 or 6 hours. It was very bad. I couldn't even like live stream, so I had to like get better internet a few months later, and then slowly but surely I was able to create content. My first YouTube video I want to say was probably, it might be like Plants vs Zombies, if you guys know what that is, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely legendary
Yes.
game.
Yeah, it's peak,
Facts,
it's
facts.
peak. Because I wasn't like at the start of YouTube, I wasn't really sure what to post. Like Fortnite, Plants vs Zombies, Minecraft, Fall Guys. I've done like a lot of content to be fair, like in real life, Fall Guys, Fortnite. I tried to mix up here and there. Like when I started blowing up, that's a hard one. I want to say like mid like 2022, like around Chapter 3 Season 2, like that season. Like the views was very good. Like after the, what was the event called again?
Collision.
Yeah, Collision. That's like when I started blowing up. Like I
I
had a
love that
YouTube
event so
short.
much.
Yeah, that was a very peak one. I had like a YouTube short that got like, I think it got like 80K views. Like it's kind of insane when you think about it. And then just to be fair, just slowly like mixing up the content, doing like some in real life here, playing other games like Spider-Man, Fall Guys. And I like to mix up the content a lot, I'd say.
Yeah, and you definitely have mixed up your content, and I like the fact that you're both a gameplay and a you're more gameplay, I would say, than you are a commentary YouTuber, but I really like your commentary
Hmm.
content and your gameplay content, and I like the variety, and I like that you're not afraid to do both. And regrettably, I have not watched your vlog yet, but Priz was at
Oh,
TwitchCon and he met some incredible people, so make sure to go to his channel and check that video out. From what I hear, it's a very well edited video. From the other three lovely members of this panel have told
hey.
me such things.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course,
So
man. It was tough.
um
Yeah, it was sick.
what would you say, like, there's like, I mentioned this before and I'm not going to like give all the exposition for this question, but what is your opinion on this community? On this community that we're a part of, this, not just this podcast, but the
Hmm.
whole some like Fortnite commentary community.
I'm gonna be honest, I gotta give it like a lot of respect because most of the channels you've listed, like the Jack guy, Exetraz, I think, like I know all of them. Caspi is crazy. Like they keep appearing on like my YouTube homepage. Like every day I see like a new commentary YouTuber. I like what you're doing. Like I'm gonna be honest, like you can have it in the background, listen to it, and just vibe out, like do some schoolwork or something like that. And it's good that you're networking together, you're collabing, you're sharing points, and you're just like keeping it good vibes. To be fair, I really do like it.
So um dang, it feels like we've been absolutely flying through this, so we can just take all the time that we need. But one more question before we open it up to the rest of the panel and finally chat. What is your advice or your strategies for anybody who wants to do what you do?
I'm gonna say like have a schedule, like a time schedule you can follow. So let's say Monday I edit a commentary, or like let's say Sunday I write the scripts. Monday I edit the commentary. Tuesday I edit the commentary, and then Wednesday you schedule it up for like Friday, because like Friday or Saturday is like the best time to post on YouTube from what I've heard from like Little Smurf, Aggro, and Pojo, and Yezoram. And just stay consistent with it, to be fair. If you can post once a week, go for it. If you can't, take every 2 weeks to upload. Because what I find, like, if you upload, let's say twice a month, more people will be excited to see you post. Like, oh, it's a new video by like, let's say Aggro. I gotta watch it now, because you don't post a lot and it keeps people excited. I think the main thing is you have to stay consistent. You gotta keep pushing, like no matter what happens, and you're not always gonna get the views on the videos you've like put the most work into. I've had many. Like the TwitchCon vlog right now is doing pretty good. I spent a long time editing that one, like getting the clips for it. But most importantly, you just gotta keep going. Like you have some videos that will do bad, but don't let that stop you, because I'm sure you can make good content. Just slowly but surely improve the editing. And with like each video you post, learn something new to edit. Let's say adding text in like a fun way, a transition just learning things slowly but surely and putting that into your content. I think that's the best thing I can go for it. And take your time coming up with content and do content you want to make. Know what people want to see, do content that you want to make. That's what I've learned the
Absolutely. I bet people are tired of hearing my opinion on
most.
Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3, and I have toned that down a little bit, but I absolutely agree with that. Quantity is always better than quality. Always. And if or quality is always better than quantity. Dang, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I screwed
You know
up.
what? Never mind. Pump out as many videos as you possibly can.
Pump out
Take
one
over
video
the
every
internet.
10 minutes, just have it be
Factory
a
them, bro.
3-second Fortnite clip.
No.
Post
1
it on
minute.
Shorts, you're gonna get 10,000 subscribers. Quality
You're
is
going to-
always better than quantity. I'm sorry I misspoke, but quality over quantity. If you can have quantity and very high quality, absolutely go for that. There are plenty of YouTubers who do that. X does that, Clark does that, but always prioritize how good your videos are themselves over how
Yeah, I
many
gotta
of
give
them
that.
there are. Because growth, if you make crappy content, your channel's not going to attract growth. That's the bottom line. Unless you're a shorts creator. If you make good content, your channel will eventually pick up steam. That's what happened with me. That's what happened with Pojo. That's what happened with Smurf, and that's what happened with Aggro. And that's what happened with you too. So
Yeah.
so anybody on this panel, Pojo, Smurf, Aggro, do you have any questions that you would like to ask Priz before we open it up
Do you
to chat?
plan on doing another like hula hooping? Not hula hooping, but like another big milestone kind of thing like that.
Like
That's what I was going to ask.
So like unranked to Unreal in like a different way.
Just I mean anything that's like that's on that level of like craziness.
Oh, I do have a few. Like I'm thinking like December. I can't say what. I'm waiting for like the Fortnite emote to come out with it. I don't want to say the emote, but it's like leaked. I've got like a few
Okay.
more, like very unique ideas. I'm gonna be honest, just like the hula hoop, but more extreme. I don't know if it's possible though. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
Well, that's I mean that's the point.
Well, anything is
Yeah.
possible if you put your mind to it. I think the hula hooping
True.
video proved that.
Yeah.
Okay, while we're on the topic of that, how did you even come up with that idea in the first place?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, it was random. I think it was like in chapter 4, season 4. Like, was it last year? When did that season come out? Does anyone know?
Yeah.
Like,
year.
Yeah, it was
I
last
think
year.
it's like September time. I think I was playing Fortnite or like lying in bed. I don't even know how it came to me now. And then it's like it just hit me, like hula hooping and playing Fortnite. And then I saw a creator called Prospering do like unranked to Unreal in without building in builds mode. And then I thought, why not put 2 and 2 together? And there you go. I've had the idea for like I don't know, like
Are you
8
like a big
months.
hula
Like,
hooping guy?
pardon?
Are you like a big hula hooping guy? Is that like how it?
Yeah, I've been doing it
Same?
since I was like
Okay.
7, 6. Like I don't know
Okay.
how.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
Nah, but like honestly, props to you for being able to do that in season 3 of all seasons,
That
which is like
Yeah.
Season
the
3 was
bro.
Season
probably
3 and
like
2,
the
competitive
toughest
season
season to
ever.
wake up in, and not to mention that it was also an incredibly long season, and the longer the seasons are, like Fortnite like changes its ranked algorithm. That's
Yeah.
props. That takes dedication. Like to chat to
And
any
there was no
content
cars in the
creators
rank.
upcoming.
Yeah, I hate
Exactly.
that now.
Exactly.
I
It
don't know if I'll
takes
do it again.
so much dedication to make content. So much.
Yeah. You're right about that.
So, anybody in chat have a question that they would like to ask Priz before he goes? Before he leaves. All right, George George Madical. I think he's a fan of you, but he asked you a question.
Yeah, he is.
So-
Alright. Shall I read it out, yeah?
yeah.
Alright, cool. Are you going to ask swearing to unban you next year when you go to TwitchCon? So pretty much there was a streamer called Swearing. I eliminated him in like chapter 3, season 2 or 3, I think this was. Pretty much I eliminated him, we landed at the same spot. I didn't stream snipe. I posted the clip on like I think Twitter and then he just blocked me. Do you think I was right to get blocks, guys, or no? I added him of course, but like, what do you think?
He blocked you?
Yeah, because like he thought I was stream
That's
sniping, but I didn't.
crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not.
Oh. Okay. I thought he just blocked you because he got so mad that you killed him.
Yeah, I don't know, that's weird.
That still seems a
Yeah.
little extreme to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still a little crazy.
I don't know. That's just salty.
Yeah.
He should definitely unban you.
Yeah, and I met him as well in
messed up.
person, but I didn't bring it up, of course, because that'd be weird. What was it like meeting XQC? XQC was chill. I'm not gonna lie, guys. You guys watch XQC?
A little bit.
When I saw that
He's
post,
very-
I was like,
yeah.
when I saw that post, I was like, whoa, chat, is this real? Chat, is this actually happening? Chat. Chat,
The thing is, some
did
of the,
Pris
like-
meet XQC?
Like most of the time he was talking, I didn't know what he was saying. Like he does talk a bit quick.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that that's not just like his persona. Then like he actually like talks quick in real life. Because I could not. If you guys don't know, and if you know me in real
do you
life
mean
and
you
you're
can't
watching
talk
this, this
quick?
is how I am. This is how I am. Like this is how I am in real life. I'm a bit of a burden to the people around me sometimes, but you know I wouldn't have it any other way. And I
Can
hope that
confirm.
nobody. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Smurf. You're great sticking up for me. So anybody else in chat have a question for Priz?
What was your favorite Fortnite season? I know a lot of people say this, but Chapter 2 Season 2. I don't know why,
Hey,
but
It's a
lockdown.
good,
It was
good
its peak.
season.
Hopefully we're going back, and
Yeah, it was good.
hopefully next
Yeah.
season
Well-
is not on the Chapter 5 island.
No, I'm
Bro,
telling you right now, the marketing team, they were just given a small budget, and so they couldn't even go to future builds of the game. They had to go back to the. They had to say like, okay, we're just gonna hop on
Chapter 5
Fortnite.
map. I'm gonna crash out.
I might. Oh man,
What
I remember when
season
I made a
theme
video. I was
would
like,
you do?
season 3 is gonna make you quit Fortnite, and then a week later, I'm like, guys, I was wrong. I actually really like this.
I mean, a lot of people did quit because of season 3, so I mean, you weren't
Yeah.
wrong.
True. It was very chaotic.
True.
And the
You were
Fortnite
like
update
wrong,
wasn't
but in
as
the
bad
you
as I
were
thought it was gonna
right,
be.
but
I
in the
might
right
have
way.
overreacted a little bit.
A little bit.
I might have overreacted a lot of bit.
It was
Oh,
it was just
you
because like those last like that last like maybe 3 weeks of season 2 were so boring, at least for
Oh my
me.
gosh! And the
Yeah.
Star
That was
Wars
so-
update.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so
It was so
Oh,
mid.
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 All right,
Not even lightsabers, bro. Like what?
Mike. We got the worst lightsaber. Just the worst lightsaber.
The worst
back.
possible
Yeah, we
lightsaber
did.
they could have.
Darth Vader.
Yay.
I don't even knew it existed in the first place.
Yeah, they didn't even give you any indication he was on the map.
Oh.
He was just there.
It was
I-
very annoying.
In the end game, I didn't find a single person with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
In the end game, how about in the whole game? I don't. Season 2 is good. Season 1 was good. Season 2 was a little bit better. Season 3 was great, and
Mhm.
Season 4 is just knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I'm a very positive person, and I think that Chapter 5 is the best chapter of all time, which I get a lot of flack for that take, and we're not gonna get into that right now because
Oh
this
no,
is
we are
really?
getting into it.
No,
Hold up.
no,
We're gonna do crazy,
crazy.
We can save that for next Sunday's episode.
Okay,
Alright.
bet.
Okay. So,
I'm waiting, man.
Priz, is
Cat,
there,
go flame this man.
is there anything that you want to say before? I'm so bad at transitioning chat, but maybe I shouldn't be the host. But is there anything that you would like to say before we welcome the next guest on the podcast?
Just gonna say with YouTube and like with everything, just stay consistent. And number 2, network with people. And like keep up the commentaries as well. Like everyone in the school, just keep it up. It's very good what you're doing.
Thank you, Priz. We love your content.
I think I appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
dude. Amazing
Thank you so
stuff.
much. Hey, have a fantastic week. There we go.
Hey, I will.
Or until you're with us the next time, we're gonna try and schedule something, work something out. But
Yes.
we
I
understand
hope-
that your schedule's a little bit difficult. That's why it took this long to get you on in the first place.
Yeah.
So, anyways, really, thank you for being on this podcast.
Alright.
I really can't thank you enough. This has been an awesome experience. It's been great getting to know you, and just in these last like 20 minutes or so. But
No worries, man. Thanks for inviting me.
no problem. See ya, Priz.
All right.
You, Britt?
Peace, everyone.
Yeah.
Peace. Freaking hate those spooky sound effects, bro.
I know, bro.
What is the spooky sound effect?
You
you
need
on
to
mobile?
watch the stream. Yes, he's
So
on mobile. This
confused now.
loser's using his AirPods.
Hey,
Okay, well,
Okay,
then
but
you can-
my mic is
Aggro! Welcome to the panel.
Look who it is.
up?
Look
going on?
who's here. So,
Okay.
about Clark, there's not a whole lot I can say that hasn't already been said. You know him, you love him, and please welcome the one and only Clark Clint Gaming to the panel. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, it's an honor to be back. Thank you for having me back. You guys are doing a fantastic job. It's been enjoyable to listen to a lot of the smaller creators in the space kind of give their stories. But yeah, man, I don't know. Don't think there's really much to say. Just Clark Clint, content creator, doing been doing the commentary thing for about almost 4 years now. And just out here building relationships with people, jumping on pods, talking about the game, making people mad, making people happy. It's just what we do, man.
Yes, sir.
And finding a sense of peace and all that can sometimes be the hardest thing to do, but at the same time, once you find that, it's really really something something special. So you answered that. How long have you you've been doing YouTube for a while. I don't know, are you I think you are, but you're really like the first guy who's done the style content that pretty much all of us have like copied at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah, but so thank you for that. Thank you for letting us right off the back of your clout and give us just a fraction of the attention that you're receiving now. But
If you say so, bro, I don't know about all that. There were two that did it before me. Cypher was doing it, as well as iTalk. But when Cypher stopped, I think the mantle kind of carried over to me a little bit. So just I did try to evolve and I tried to think through and evolve the format a little bit from where he left it off. But I'm happy that he doesn't do it as much anymore. So it gives me and as well as all you guys a chance to kind of branch out and get that attention. So
yeah, and you got to consume this kind of content from you got to consume it from somewhere because most of the big YouTubers are just like, I did the Four Corners challenge in Chapter 5, Season 4, and I'm not like knocking that kind of content, but as a totally unbiased onlooker, I feel like Fortnite commentary content is a nice change of pace.
It's
Totally
because the
unbiased,
community
totally
is
unbiased, totally unbiased.
well, the community is growing, right? So we're at a point now where you've got so many people that let's think about it like this. Game's 7 years old. Let's say you were 12 years old when Fortnite came out, right? You're 19 now, maybe going on 20. So think about what you were interested in at 12, and then think about what you're probably gonna be interested in at 19. So when I was coming up in the space and I was trying to figure out the commentary thing, I was like, well, what is it? What's an untapped market in Fortnite? It's like, well, we got all these older players, but I don't feel like they're getting a lot of content made for them. And so, that's the utility of commentary. You're getting the ability to tap into an older demographic of Fortnite players that's ever growing, just like Cypher and all the other big guys. And I see the value of their content too, right? And that's just like you were saying, like you're not knocking that kind of content, but like there will always be like a market of new young kids coming in to find their content and play the game and see it. But just as like they have kids growing into the space coming in and play Fortnite for the first time, you're also going to have a lot of older Fortnite fans that are growing out of their style of content and want something with some more substance. And so that's where a lot of us come in.
Exactly. Like I don't know. I try to appeal to people who are my age and to people who are like me. And I really feel like I don't know. I feel like that's the kind of content that you should be making. You should be trying to make content that you would watch, that you want to consume.
Say it again. You
Make the content that you want to see on YouTube.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's some of it. But you also do need to you also need to there has to be compromise, right? Like any relationship, you want to make the content that you want to make, but there also is going to be a period of time where you can't do some of the stuff that you want to do. Like there's still a lot of content I don't make yet that I want to make, that I've been wanting to make for 3 years now. It's not time yet. You have to with certain things you have to grow your way to that. So you have to basically you have to leverage yourself to a point where you can really start doing the stuff that you really want to do. So there is, but I see where you're coming from. You're not looking at it from that lens necessarily. You're talking about like if you're gonna make content, and regardless of what kind of content it is, you should be able to enjoy the stuff that you put out. I think is really where you're coming from. But
what I've learned over the last few years is like there is this balance where like yes, no, sometimes you are gonna have to do some of the content that you're not as passionate about, but that's okay because what you'll do is if you're good at it, you'll develop. If you're good at making content in general, you'll like develop a passion for that anyway.
Exactly, and I think that all 5 of us in this call have developed that certain passions. But sometimes it takes a passion like that a long time to see the fruits of its labor. So when would you say, like, when did you really start like blowing up? When did you start gaining traction on this commentary scene?
If I'm being honest, I don't like. I still don't think it's happened to me yet, at least in the way that I'm looking for. Like there, I've gained I'd say in the last like 6 months, things have kind of taken off in a new way, right? But
Oh,
it's the
definitely,
issue
yeah.
is the issue is the consistency though. Like I'm not getting the types of views that I'm looking for consistently yet. But there's there's you got to be patient, have new content strategies, pump out lots of content, But I mean, in terms of like really getting some traction, I guess trying to think, maybe things started changing last year. I would say probably around this time actually, when I first talked to Ferals, when I first met Loot Station, back when OG, a little bit before OG came out, I would say last year is when I started understanding things a little bit better. Right after, like in between, so basically September to October, like in between TwitchCon and Fortnite OG of last year. So I think that's kind of when it started to click. But now it's getting to a point where um my name is out there more from people that I've never even heard of or seen before. And so I'm starting to it's weird. Like this year has been a huge transition for me because it's like I'm no longer am a small content creator, but I'm also not one of the big ones anymore either. You know what I mean? Like it's a very weird spot to be in at this point. It's a blessing. But I'm like you guys are catching me like right now, like this is the middle of a transition for me to something bigger.
Yeah, and I feel like where you're at right now, props, because I feel like that's the hardest like place to be, is like, you're not a big YouTuber, but you're not a small YouTuber, and there's no real like conceivable milestone for you to like latch onto. So like if I get that that might be hard to understand. So like for me, my 5,000 subscriber, that's my milestone. That's what I really, really want to reach by the end of this year, which I think I can,
Mhm.
and I have confidence that I can. But like 5,000, that's pretty close for me, like relatively.
Mhm.
But like when you have, what are you at, like 60,000 now, right? Ish.
50, like 50,000, little over 50,000.
Okay. So you're at 50,000, right? And for me, I feel like I'd have a problem with like, okay, well, what's the next big milestone from there? Is it 100,000? Because that's really far away. But there's really no other number in between that where I can like latch on to something like that and be like, I am successful. You just have to tell yourself that you're successful, and you have to look at where you were and where you are now and be like, yeah, I'm successful. I feel like that'd be something that's hard for me to do personally, but props, because you're you're still producing fantastic content, and you're growing quicker now than you've grown in a long time, and um like you said it yourself. So I'm just saying that'd be hard for me to do. So props to you for being able to um focus on um hey, I'm not where I was 6 months ago. I'm better than I was 6 months ago, and I just got to be better in 6 months than I am right now.
I appreciate that, bro. It's not just about. Here's the deal. This is what a lot of people need to understand. It was like if you're growing in this space, like it's not always about the subscriber count, right? That's like honestly, sometimes it doesn't even come down to views you get on videos. It's about overall influence in the space. How much influence does a person have, right? I know a lot of YouTubers that like I'll put it to you this way because there's something I heard you guys talking about earlier where you're talking about I found this concept so interesting. You're talking about the contrast between quality versus quantity, right? And I understand like the common idea is that you want to pump out the highest quality content that you can. So if that means sacrificing a large quantity of it, then by all means, like that, it should always be quality over that. But that's, believe it or not, and I found this out recently myself, that's not actually true. But it's like, yes, you always want to produce quality content at least when it comes to like the concept, right? Title, thumbnail, just topic, right? The topic needs to be good. Your thumbnail needs to captivate people. The title needs to be intriguing. But when it comes to the actual quality inside of the video, sometimes you do have to sacrifice that. You can't always spend 15, 20 hours on a video, especially the larger you get. You don't always have the time to fine tune everything. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what? This just the quality is gonna have to dip a little bit on this one, but you know what? It's good enough because I have to get it out because I have five other videos, a trip planned, and all this other stuff I got to get done, right? Because stuff going on in my personal life, I got a family, whatever. Like you cannot always focus on quality, and I know that sounds crazy, but I think I might have mentioned this guy to you the last time I was on the pod. There's a guy named Devin Nash. Devin Nash is one. If you are a content creator, Devin Nash is required material. You need to watch Devin Nash in order to be successful. I will go as far as to say that he owned his own gaming organization. He ran his own gaming org. He's had a couple of upstart companies that he's founded. That I think one he sold for several $1 million. One he owns for several million now. But basically, he's like a marketer. But he's also a YouTuber and a streamer. He used to stream full time. The man knows he owns right now he owns a talent agency for content creators called Novo, and he has insider knowledge on the space, but he hits it from the angle of being a content creator. But he was the one who recently said, "Nah, it's not about." Like you're gonna have to sacrifice some of the quality for the quantity because you need to even in the earliest stages when your content's gonna be crap. You need to make a lot of it because every single video, if you're trying to get good at it, you can't get good at making content until you start pumping out a lot of it. Each video is going to teach you something new about, okay, I should have improved this or this or this or this. Even if you want to pump out like say 10 videos in 2 weeks as a new content creator, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Over time, you will find the balance. Like there's got to be a balance between pumping out a bunch and then also like maintaining like a certain level of quality. Like one of my newest videos I put out on Tuesday, I was not happy with the way that some of the editing went in that, but I had to put it out because I had like 5 or 6 other projects that needed to be done. So there's a lot of things that I will say I've learned over the last year that have changed my perspective on the content space. Even from the last time I had a conversation with you guys, is my perspective on this game is not the same. The content space is not the same because there's a lot of things that I've learned from talking to larger creators as well as my own experience. You know what I mean? But
yeah, exactly. So, like, kind of related to that, what is your opinion on this? Like this community that you've seen, and you've been here for like all of that, right? I've just popped up in the past year. Same thing with Pojo and everybody else in this call, but you've been here for 4 years. So, what's your opinion on this like Fortnite commentary community?
I'm very pleased to see how it's grown. It's in some ways it's overwhelming to me because like a lot of there's so many creators, smaller creators that are just popping up all over. I'm like, who the hell are you? Like I never heard of you before, but their thumbnails keep popping up. Like Tricky just fell into the space. Caspi just fell into the space, right?
Oh, I love Caspi, and we're gonna have to get him on the podcast at some point.
Yeah. Caspi's the goat. I love Caspi and Tricky. I had the pleasure of talking with both of them as well as Zero BR.
I love Zero's. I love Zero's content as well.
Zero's his editing is absolutely amazing. I'm very impressed with all 3 of them. They're all fantastic creators. But like I said, like Tricky and Caspi just popped up under the space, and I was like, who are you? What? I was so confused.
Yeah, Caspi's channel's like 16 days old.
Yeah, and they're all
subscribers.
Yeah, they're both. So that's the thing. Like it's. I'm very impressed with how the space is evolving. Like you guys are doing amazing. And what I think is happening, and I think I said this last time I was talking to you guys, but the commentary, or not even just the commentary space, but the smaller YouTube Fortnite or the smaller Fortnite YouTube community, I think in some ways is more entertaining to watch than the larger creators at this point because there's so much collaboration going on between everybody. There's so much communication and just bleed over between everyone's communities and channels, and it makes the content so much more engaging and exciting when you get these like Avenger level crossovers like what you guys are having today on this podcast. So
somebody mentioned that I think somebody used that exact phrase in Smurf's comment section. Like This is
Mhm.
this is the Fortnite Avengers, and that's a
Yeah.
title that I never thought I would have in my life. But I'm so grateful. Every opportunity. Really, honestly, don't want to get all. I don't want to get all like spiritual and stuff, but it absolutely is divine intervention. I feel like I absolutely feel like
Mm.
God put me here. I have like I have these abilities. I have these gifts for a reason, and I'm gonna use them to the best of my ability until I either can't do it anymore until God tells me to stop.
That is, I think that's an amazing way to look at it. You, as a Christian myself, the biggest thing that I always try to do is try to figure out, like, how can I utilize my God given talents through this space specifically, through like what I'm doing, through the content creation space. But it was like that before I was doing YouTube, right? Whether it was me doing rental cars or me working on my last job, doing installing security systems, whatever it was that I was doing, right? Um, how do you like how am I honoring God and pleasing God through my actions and what I'm doing? And I'll be honest, as a content creator, a lot of the time I know I fail at that, right? But there, I think the point is to show the journey and the transformation, and not to try to prop yourself up as this perfect individual that's got it all figured out yet, right? But no, I do resonate with that, and the idea, like, yeah, it's you have if you're a person of any faith, I think it's good to look at it through the lens of you have some kind of divine responsibility or obligation to try to make your talent shine through the medium that you're choosing to explore the most, so.
Oh, like absolutely, and I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that 2 cents. And this entire little segment with you has basically been all advice. But if you had to make a TLDR, like advice or strategy for anybody in the chat who's an upcoming YouTuber, what would you say? What would you say to them? Like a
Hmm.
TLDR, like.
Um, One thing I will say, because a lot of the points that you guys hit on earlier are pretty spot on. You do want to focus on quality. Um, you do want to. Last time I talked with you guys, it was talk about vision, mission, purpose. Like, what's your vision as a creator? What's your mission as a
Yeah.
creator? What's the purpose for why you create content? Like, like that's part of the most important thing. But one thing that I'm starting to understand the value of, and you guys mentioned this earlier too, is consistency. The reason why, like, when I first started, I was like, wow, this is so much fun. Like, this is easy. Like, I don't understand why there aren't many big creators. And then you get to like year two, and you're like, okay, I get it. Like, you get to a point where you're just like, I'm just like, yeah, I don't. Okay, am I wasting my time? Should I be doing, like, you have to, the battles that you have to fight are typically within yourself, right? But the biggest thing that I realized, the reason why it doesn't happen, why you don't get more larger creators, is consistency. What will separate you from everybody else around you is consistency. You have to be consistent. If you're not, you'll fizzle out. Um, I I also want I also think another thing that's important is I've seen this with even some friends of mine that are larger creators. People need to understand that views don't equate to influence. Views don't, and views also don't equate to success. There are a lot of people that get more views than me who I would never trade spots with. Views don't, it's not the views that matter. It's your influence in the community that you build, the relationships that you build, right? And how consistently you're growing that. And the only way you'll want to consistently grow that is if you have a good vision, mission, and purpose. So everything that we talk about, it all ties together, right? But the consistency, and once again, don't get blindsided by getting a lot of views. Don't be upset at the fact that sometimes it's going to take you a while to get the views you want. That is okay. Getting a bunch of views on content does not make you a successful YouTuber.
No, that's absolutely true.
So,
No, like
heck yeah, man.
I agree. Heck yes. So anybody in the anybody in this panel have a question for Clark? And if you have a question for Clark in the chat, make sure to drop it down below. Give us a little bit of time to go over those and see which one he wants to answer. But if anybody in this panel has a question, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Nah.
Dang, nothing? No question?
Nah, I don't got nothing.
I think you knocked everything out.
Where do you see your
Uh,
YouTube content 1 year's time? More variety? Um, that's hard to say, but the goal is to branch outside of commentary. I want to provide more value to the community in other ways outside of the commentary space. Like I said earlier, there are video ideas that I have that I haven't been able to do yet. Like I said, I'm getting to that point, but I think in a year, hopefully 100K, maybe more. It depends. That's the thing. Like 100K might not be as far away as you think. It just depends on how your influence and how consistent you've been uploading content. But yeah, I think in a year about 100K, more influence in the space, doing more things directly with Epic and larger creators, shattering the barrier between smaller and larger creators even more so. That's still a goal at the forefront of my mind. One thing that I take inspiration from, Christ was amazing when it came to shattering barriers. One of the inspiration for me wanting to break the barrier between larger and smaller content creation is how Christ broke barriers between men and women in Israel, right? 2,000 years ago. So there's a lot of goals that I have in the back of my mind. But yeah, in a year's time, maybe I'll be on again. You guys can ask me how much has changed. So we'll see.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, really, like, thank you. That's absolutely true. And I think no matter what faith you are, just objectively, like historically, Christ was a leader. He was and he he had followers, yes, but after his death, they became leaders themselves. And I'm not trying to make like a crazy, like, oh, somebody's gonna die and then Pojo's gonna have to take his place. But I'm just saying, like,
What?
you're
So what you're saying is you're
Hold on,
killing
hold on.
Pojo. That's what you're
But
saying.
we've
No,
actually
I'm saying-
Pojo directly.
Them seasons
We're going to
plays.
sacrifice our tribute after the stream. So
Sacrifice
if you want,
Pojo.
I'm
if you want to
just
stay around for the after show
No.
entertainment,
Aggro, you don't understand. We're gonna sacrifice someone
just
else.
switches,
I'm gonna take
just
their
switches
place.
to just switches to like an analog horror immediately after the stream ends, and there's like a worthless opinions ARG. But
Oh,
what
God.
I'm saying is that, Clark, what you're doing is very, very cool, because you're making content creators with your voice, and you're inspiring them to also have a voice. That's part of the reason why
That's pretty
this
crazy.
podcast exists, is because we're like, we want to have a little bit of what Clark has, and we think that we can do something special with our combined communities. And eventually, hopefully, we get decently big, and we get decently big creators, and then we can inspire more people to be leaders, to be their own pioneers in their own way, and to lead the charge for their own individual content.
Well, that means a lot. I appreciate you saying that. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job so far. So keep up the grind. You guys are doing amazing. It's always a good time when you guys invite me on to talk. Always have a lot of fun. So keep doing what you guys are doing.
And hopefully,
You're
this
amazing.
is not. Hopefully, this is the first time, but not the last time that he's talked with us in season 2, and this is the second time that
Appreciate
he's
it.
talked with us in the podcast history. But hopefully, we can get you on for a full episode before this season wraps up. I think, what is our date? We're going to run this until about December before we take another little break. So,
Well, if I've got time, I'll keep you guys updated. Just contact me.
Absolutely, man.
We'll see what happens. I'm entering my busy time, so
Mm.
this is also my day off. So,
But thank you.
but no, thank you guys for having me on. But no, yeah, we'll just hit me up. We'll figure out something. So if it's not this season of your pod, we'll do something again in the future for sure. So
Awesome, and really, really appreciate having you on. Is there anything that you want to say before we invite the next guest to be on the panel?
Nah, I think I've yapped enough. I think Leo's up next. Shout out Leo. Leo's
absolutely
awesome. So I'm looking forward to hearing his segment. And you guys keep doing an amazing job. All right, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
See you, Clark, and I really appreciate you being on this
No
premiere for
problem,
season
guys.
2.
Absolutely. I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.
See ya.
See you.
All right, that's it. I'm turning off these sounds. Holy, I hate them so much.
How do you turn off these sounds, bro? How do you turn off
Did you
these
just get
sounds?
jump scared again?
Yes.
Appreciate it.
No, it's not that, bro.
See
It's
ya.
just like the goofy sounds.
Discord default. There we go.
Hello?
All right.
shoot.
What's up?
Is my mic good? Is my mic good?
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's better than most. It's better than most of ours anyway. So.
Wow,
Okay.
you're
my-
crapping out my
my-
mic already.
Discord is lagging so hard.
Oh, and Aggro is gone. So. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
Just
There
real
he
God.
is.
quick.
All right, he's back.
Somebody in the chat is asking season 2 and season 1. So we really just wanted to of the podcast. We really just wanted to kind of separate the two because
Reboot.
yeah, kind of like refresh us because we haven't done an episode in like a month. I think it might have been longer. And season 1 was largely uncoordinated. We weren't really like finding our rhythm or whatever. So our goal for season 2 is to have an episode every single Sunday, and we're going to do that because we've added two hosts, Pojo and Brivy. Brivy can't join us right now, but he's currently driving somewhere. But hopefully he can make it, and we can interview him at towards the end of this episode. But season 2, we have 6 hosts, so we can mix and match. We can have any number of arrangements for people to host the podcast. So it's not the same people every time. It's not the same subjects every time, and hopefully the episodes can have a little bit more structure and just overall we want to present a higher quality product to you guys. That's the difference between season 2 and season 1. So, enough about that. I apologize for taking a little bit of your spotlight, but ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Leo. You make super high quality content, if you would ask me personally, and I really like the content that you are producing. You're pretty popular. So, just tell
Appreciate
us
it.
a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your YouTube journey, how you got to the point where you are right now.
I think I've always loved videos. Like as a kid, I would make stop motions on like my 3DS. I would never post them anywhere. I think I had like 2 channels throughout high school with my friends. I think they're privated. I don't even know, but yeah, I've always loved YouTube like for so long. And then like around I think 2021, I was like, I want to do like video essays. Like I think I wanted to like do like Star Wars video essays because I watched people like uh was it Shay Frillis Productions? Like I
Oh
know
my
he gets
gosh, I
kind of
love him.
yeah, he gets kind of memed on, but like back then, like I was like, oh, this is great. And then like the helmet was always gonna be a thing. Like I bought like a helmet, like a motorcycle helmet, because that was always gonna be like part of the channel. And like my colors were originally gonna be like green and like white, and then like I just shelved the whole idea. And I think last year, like 2023, I was like, let's just do it. See how it goes. And obviously, I think you can tell like the first, I would say half of my channel is probably like very brain rot videos. I just wanted to get it out of my system of just like having like creative control, just like making just straight up brain rot videos. Because like I'm looking at my thumbnails right now from so long ago. They're just so like insane. Like my mic was bad. And I like to look back and just kind of make fun of myself. But like I did my first Fortnite video because I've always played Fortnite. And I felt really fulfilled because I like having that structure. But looking back at my first Fortnite video about zero build, like I totally disagree and like hate that video. But I just thought that was really cool to have a mix of both like seriousness and jokes and like memes showing up. So I just kept doing that and just kept grinding at that, and then I guess that's how I ended up here. I guess I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at some of your old thumbnails. They're all like very deep fried.
Yeah, they're really hurts my eyes a little bit to look at, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Ram, you're the one with the questions. What do you expect me to do? Is he even there?
I think he's
Hello?
AFK, away from
might be-
keyboard.
No, he's
Crap, I turned my mic off.
dead.
What I'm saying is, don't look at my old content if you think Leo's is bad, because you're gonna have an aneurysm when you see mine. But like
Let's
going back
see.
to my original like Fortnite video, my original Fortnite video had the worst production quality I think I've ever seen. The thumbnail was literally just the PNG of the key art for Chapter 5, and like no effort, no nothing, and it got 5,000 views instantly. And then I'm like, what? what's going on? And so I put a little bit more effort into my next video and I got a few more views. I put a little bit more effort into the next video and I kept building up. But I absolutely agree with you. Absolutely. Because my older content, I hate my older content. And I feel like everybody who is a content creator can attest to that. Like I severely dislike my older content. But I don't I don't know. I have a couple bangers that I still agree with. Like my best seasons of Fortnite video, Chapter 5 Season 1 retrospective. I really like my storyline videos. Those didn't do too well, but I liked making them. But I'm not going to
Yeah.
spend I'm not going to spend that many hours for a 40-minute video that gets 1,000 views anymore. I'm not doing that. But again,
Right.
it's all about trial and error. It's all about trial and error. So, you know, you just got to find what works.
100%.
You got to find what
Yeah.
works. And for me, what works right now is commentary content. And you know, a lot of my recent videos have been I dabbled in rankings a little bit in the past month, and now I'm doing like preparation for the next like chapter. Preparation for the next chapter. And um we're gonna see, because I think, you know, for all of us, wake up call. This is where your videos are going to get the most traction. November through
Uh-huh.
February.
Yep.
This is where you have to make your highest quality and best content that you can bring to the table. So I'm sorry for kind of taking
No, you're good.
the mic away from you for a little bit, but what is your opinion on the rising presence of creators in this community?
I really like it. It's like a cool little niche. Everyone's like, they're not like huge, creators to where like they have like agents and like they're super hard to like can like get to like reach out. Like, we're all in a position where we're just literally just one Discord message away. I think it's really cool seeing, because I've noticed a lot of this like community, like they're like on the younger side, which really surprised me because I honestly thought there'd be a lot of like old heads like just making this type of content, but like a lot of the like they're on the younger side making this like really like thought provoking content. I'm just like, this is really like interesting because like I totally would have thought it would be like completely switched. So yeah, I really like it. What was it like before I did Fortnite? Like um Mr. Wombat and Mudgy, those are like the who left Smurf.
Mm-hmm. He said he had to
um,
go.
oh yeah. I thought like those types of videos were really interesting. Specifically Mudgy, that guy is so intelligent, dude. I've played Fortnite with him a couple of times. Like he's just super cool. Very underrated in my opinion. Um, but yeah, I think I want this like space to get bigger, like I don't know. I think it's gonna be very hard to like rival like the ciphers right now, but like just the thought of it, just like potentially getting to that level is really interesting. Because like that's kind of like why I've 100% like dogged on those guys in the past, but like I think this like like my main thing was just like, like 6 years ago when Fortnite came out, they were in a relatively, obviously you had Ninja like have his hype moments where he's like yelling or whatever, everyone has those, but like Cypher and like, a lot of those guys, they were a lot calmer during, their content, and like, I would, for me, I thought they were gonna like, get older and wiser, but then like, it sounds messed up. Like it seems like they just regressed because like they have to appeal to the kids, and I get it, but I just like that's why I've gravitated towards this, kind of niche space and like the calmer side and like, videos that get you thinking, when watching them. So I very much like it, very much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's good to see. It's good to see. I was just reading chat and they
Hmm.
scrolled through my old content. Yeah, I used to make like fan-made songs themed around the back rooms, which is so niche. Like that's so niche. But
Yeah, it's cool though.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I still kind of like them. I still kind of like their sound. But you know, something that you hear a lot and something that is absolutely true is you are your own biggest critic. And
Mhm.
nothing is ever as bad as it seems, but nothing is ever as good as it seems at the same time. So you have to keep that, and you have to sort of, and this is really hard for me to do, but you have to sort of live in a you have to sort of live in a moderation.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I totally get it when it comes to like being your biggest critic. That's the reason why like my 2 channels from high school are like gone, because like I was like, this is terrible. Like I would look at it a month later, I'm like, yeah, this is terrible. Like I hate it. And instead of like learning from that and to like improve in the next video or two, I just like totally purged my old stuff. And like that's why there's a huge gap from like high school to like last year when I started to do this, like because I just waited around. Like I was like, oh, I need to like research and like get my equipment, and then I just realized like you just need to do it. Like you can't learn, like you can't. I mean, obviously it happens. You make like one video and it blows up, obviously, but like getting that consistently and like it's like working out. You just get better over time, and like you know obviously there's some old videos that I think are funny in their own ways that I still like. And some of them that, because one of them specifically, I think this was the video that kind of inspired me to do commentary more. I made a video. It was right before my first Fortnite one. I think it was me like making like a semi-serious video essay on like why I like Better Call Saul more than Breaking Bad, and like it was kind of like how my videos are now, where it's like there's some cutaway gags or whatever. But also like there's some serious points, and I was like, I really like that. But obviously, Better Call Saul ended, right? It's like not gonna get. You can't really go off of that forever. You can't make a show channel like of a show that's already ended. If it was still going on, then maybe. But like Fortnite's like one of those things where like I've always played it. It's still gonna keep going. And like I feel like it was just like the perfect segue into just Fortnite stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Evergreen content, kind of.
Yep.
I mean, as long as it's thriving, right? As long as there's something to talk about, there'll be
Mhm.
content to make.
Exactly.
I mean, absolutely. So I'm one more question, and then I don't know if Aggro or Pojo has a question for you, but one more question, and then we're gonna open it up to us and then chat. What is your advice that you have? Any advice, any strategies for people who want to do what you do?
Um, what I would say honestly is never be comfortable. That's like something that I've
Ooh,
always
that's a
done
good
like in
one.
my jobs. Like like if you get like one video that hits like, oh, my first 10K views, and you're like, oh, now I can just chill. It's like, no, like
No,
you
you
have to
got to
hit
keep
that.
pushing. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep going. Like even like at my old jobs, like I would do what I have to do, and then I'm like, oh, is there anything else? And then they're like, no, like basically to the point where they're basically kicking you out, like, hey, go home, just like clock out, like that, like never settle, and treat every video like your last. Obviously, like I mean, I admit it too. I have videos where I'm just like, yeah, I could have, put more into that, but like just having that mindset while editing is good, and and the last one is be honest, like um just unless you're like intentionally playing a character, I guess, like if those rare cases like, oh, I want to be like an exaggerated this or that, like just be yourself, and then it's even better looking back realizing like how much you've changed if you're being honest the whole time. So I think those are the 3 that I would say to people.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Pojo or Aggro, you have any questions for Leo?
I do have one.
Yeah, what does it?
So, Leo, you have a lot of unique ideas, I would say personally, from the videos I've seen. Is there any, like, how exactly do you come up with these ideas? Like, do you just make drafts and whatnot, or do you go around looking for inspiration, or?
Um, to be honest, I've had periods where I just like I'm like, dude, I don't even know what to make a video on. So like, what was it? I think what was it? I would make like a topic, right? Like I would make an antithesis to an older topic, right? Like I think one I did a while ago, like start of the year, was like, what was it? I think it was the best updates that Fortnite's ever done, right? And then now I just do the worst updates. And then like another one I did, um, just kind of like thinking about like subjects that people don't really think like. So something I started doing this year, like that I wanted to start like pushing, was like, you know what's the best season 2? Like you go through each chapter, right? And like it's like it kind of has longevity because like every chapter has 4 seasons now, so like that's 4 possible videos, like Fortnite's best season 2, and then like the controversial, like how season 3s are very controversial, and then like kind of like think of it, I don't know, just like trying to find correlations to like you know those niche things. It's so hard like to explain, but like just kind of making opposite videos of like previous videos you've made, just to see how they hold up. I think the update one is like a good example. Just like it's just pretty straightforward. But sometimes honestly, like the videos just kind of just like the ideas just happen. Like like a reload this coming out of nowhere. Like that was during when I was like I'm kind of out of ideas right now, and then reload came out. I'm like, okay, well there's an idea right now, and then like I can just think of a new idea like while I'm editing this one. So so I'm kind of ahead. Um, but I think that's kind of how I would answer your question. Is just like just make antithesis content, like just opposite videos of your old stuff, just to see like what the opposite opinion would be. Like not just being contrarian, but just like, oh, what's the best of this, or and then now I'm gonna make a video of what's the worst of blah 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 blah. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I definitely agree with that, and that's definitely something that I'll try. I'll see if I have any old videos that I can in fact that I that I can in fact make an antithesis to, like you said. So does Jat have any questions before for Leo? And while you're putting those questions down, Leo will be our last feature on this podcast. Neither Twisty Chase nor Brivy can make it, and we're very, very sorry that that is the case. However, that doesn't discount the fact that we've seen and heard the opinion of several awesome, amazing people today. So before we go, I just want to say thank you. And if you're still watching, Priz, Clark, X, and anybody else, Smurf, if you get around to seeing the end of this podcast, really, thank you so much for making this possible. Thank you so much for being a part of the season premiere of Worthless Opinions Season 2. So, Leo, you see any questions in the chat that you would like to answer?
here, let me see. Let me refresh. I think I'm a little behind here.
There's really only one. Priz has submitted a question.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know why I said submitted. That's a weird way of putting that. Whatever. Don't
Will
look
you
too.
branch out your commentary content to different types of video games in the future? I've had an idea. Just have a second channel. I haven't committed to it yet, where I could just do what I want and then have Fortnite to be like the main channel. I have considered it, but I don't think I'm doing it right now. But favorite season, Chapter 1, Season 6, and then also it's tied with Chapter 4, Season 4. It's I think it's tied between those two. Let's see. How do I edit videos? Honestly, you edit videos. I don't even know. I taught myself, I guess. Just look up a tutorial. CapCut's free. It's a good way to start there. And Priz, yeah, I have considered streaming. Maybe in a few months. But for now, just long form.
Okay, I think that's awkward silence number 2 of
I-
season 2.
I-
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Software. He's asking about the software. Yeah, CapCut's free. I'm pretty sure.
It is
I
free, I
pay
use
for
it.
the, I pay for the deluxe or whatever you call it, just to get
Is it
the
worth
other
it? 'Cause
effects.
I use the free
I think it's
version.
cool. I don't know. It's like you can go without it too. Like I think if you have CapCut, you'll be fine. Like you don't need anything too crazy. I just have it because I like to tinker with the other stuff they have there. But
visuals are always a helpful aspect for retention and whatnot, but
Yeah.
always main thing that matters is as long as the content itself, like the contents inside of the video, you know, good, well thought out, meaningful, then I'll say you don't need any special editing. I mean, once again, like Smurf said, I just edit on my phone. I literally just edit on my phone. So yeah,
Yeah, you can start
you don't
anywhere
need
pretty
anything
much.
crazy. Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you'd like to say, Leo, before you head out? And I guess the two of us will sign off on this podcast.
I think out of the three things I said earlier with like the advice, I think the main one is just never be comfortable, never settle. I think that's like it's a bit like, blunt, but like it's just that will always help you out if you just think like that, because it makes the reward feel even better, like when you actually meet a goal, it feels so much better.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, just that pretty much.
But that's all. Really, like a huge thank you, massive thank you,
Yeah.
and it really is. It's been awesome. It's been a great day, and it's been a great stream. So thank you to being here. Thank the viewers for showing up, and thanks to everybody else. But if that's all, then we'll catch you in the next one, and we hope that you will return for another full episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It was cool. Nice little ensemble we
Moving
got
on.
here.
Oh, for real. Like that random guy from Smurfs chat said, we're like the Fortnite Avengers.
Yeah, I can see that. That was the that's a good amount of people.
Good start to a new season of TWAP and also content creation as a whole, right?
Oh yeah,
For sure.
for sure, for sure. So you want me to like? Yeah, we can I can do the outro. So is there anything from anybody that they chat to that they would like to say before we finish off this episode?
I mean, just whenever you interviewed me, I mean, and also Leo brought this up too. I mean, again, if you're a content creator, just stay honest, man. I think that's about
Be
the
yourself,
best
absolutely.
thing you can do. Yeah, just kind of stay level-headed, stay grounded and approachable as a content creator. Because I don't think anyone necessarily likes a content creator who just pushes everyone away and never listens to anyone. Right? Just be approachable.
Mm-hmm.
Be approachable, level-headed, down to earth, and I think that'll help your content creation adventure, quote unquote, out tremendously.
Thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. So Priz said one more question for before we send it off. TWAP, will TWAP get a supporter code, and will you guys keep doing weekly TWAP streams? We're probably not going to set up a supporter code for this channel just because all of us have our own individuals. Actually, I don't think me or Pojo has one, but feel free to use any of the supporter creator codes that of the people who have popped up in this video. But the problem with that is right now we are at 393 subscribers on this podcast, which is more than I thought we would ever have. But that's not enough. That doesn't meet the minimum requirements to get a creator code, and then we'd have to figure out who it's gonna go to, and it's just a whole debacle. And we're not there yet. That gator is in the water, and I prefer to deal with gators when they're in my boat. So
Sure.
um but we will keep doing weekly TWAP streams until maybe mid-December. I'm thinking like the week before Christmas is gonna be the last one of season 2, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to get right back to it. But yes, every Sunday at I think 4 p.m. is a good time. 4 p.m. is a good time. Um, absolutely. And if you aren't subscribed to this podcast, then make sure to subscribe down below. But I think I think that's it. So I'm gonna do the outro, and we're gonna we're gonna consider this another successful episode and a very successful premiere of season 2. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Worthless Opinions podcast. We have an incredible lineup for season 2, and we hope you enjoy every second of it. Let us know if you have any ideas or concepts. Leave those in the comments below. Once more, a massive thank you to everybody who is a part of this today, and thanks to you, the viewer, for your amazing support. We are very grateful. But I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and until next time, have a fantastic week.